Oh, I thought I had that on loop, but I guess I didn't. It didn't restart. Daytona. What's going on, chat? I'm kind of actually a little bit early. I didn't have everything ready. I watched Pumpkin Pirate playing Gran Turismo, and it reminded me of Daytona. Why? I don't know. I'm almost ready here. I just gotta grab some water and post I'm going live. In the meantime, enjoy some Dr. Mario. The chill track. The best track. And a little bit later, or in a couple minutes I should say, we're gonna get started with some bully corruptions. So be excited for that. I'll be right back in just a moment. The song kind of sounds corrupted a little bit there, so it sounds kind of fitting. What's going on, chat? We still have a little bit of the corruption window from last time. I should hide that. That was from Big Mother Truckers. Anyways, let's get it going here. I'm gonna leave the music a little quiet while I restart things on this end. You might notice I have a couple windows already pre-made. If you're unfamiliar with my streams, I'm gonna go through one of my first corruptions and sort of explain how I do things, and then from there we'll sort of take off, and I'll explain what some of these windows are above me. First, however, a shutdown is already in progress. Unsaved data may be lost. What are you doing, Dolphin? Here, force close. Broken glass. And if we're lucky, we should see the window over here. If we don't, I forgot to test it. Okay, thank God. I was gonna say, I didn't test this. Normally, every single stream I test out that I can actually see the window. This might have been the first time it actually didn't work. I'll even mute the music here. We're gonna go through the beginning a little bit. I know where I'd like to begin corrupting, but I am gonna draw attention to one of the first corruptions I did ahead of time. Normally before the streams I do sort of a preliminary corruption to make sure that the game is working alright and that the corruptions will go through. In this case, I have just a very early point that I'm gonna corrupt as an example, and then after that we're actually gonna corrupt, I believe, Jimmy's dorm. That's where I'd like to go this time.
Please say something.
Or we could do this scene. But we did a little bit of that last time, so I'm gonna leave that be.
What? Who are you? Mom, I thought you told me never to talk to strangers.
Like I said before,
Drinking some
Jimmy, please
raspberry
be nice to your new stepfather.
and blueberry water? It's just like one of those cheap little sugar packets that you stick in these things. It's not just water. Better than soda.
Okay, rich guy. I love it that you're twice as old as my grand.
I can skip this. If you're unfamiliar with the intro, check it out. It's a great game overall. I was talking to Pumpkin, I said I was about to corrupt this, and he said he hadn't played it yet, so I highly recommend, if someone's lurking in chat and they have not played Bully yet, check it out. It is an amazing game. It has its flaws, but for the time, originally on the GameCube, it was amazing. We are playing the Wii version this time around. You can see the Scholarship Edition is listed. Ooh. I don't know if I have my GameCube controller set up. I might need to set that up. I actually hadn't skipped past the cutscene when I did my preliminary. The preliminary will be...
Mom, why'd you marry that phony?
One sec.
What is wrong with you?
Right around here.
Oh, I can't believe this.
Right there. So right where she walks up,
Boy,
Where'd you come Boy,
that's
where'd
where
you
we're
come
corrupting.
from?
we've been expecting you.
Also, in the meantime, I'm gonna let that play out. this is actually where we corrupted last time. Note that the texture of the jacket is gone, and for some reason we ran into this exact same problem before. Wow, it's hot in here. Give me just a second, let me open up a window. But anyways, we ran into this before, and it's unavoidable. I wasn't sure what caused this corruption, but either way, anyways, I will be right back. We'll get a little bit of ambience, but it shouldn't be too bad. It's boiling in here. Anyways, so what was I talking about? Jacket corruption. Unavoidable. Not too much we can do about it, but it's there regardless. It looks like I have WASD set up, so I guess I can go with that. Or my camera's not really set up. Let me take a sec to do this. I apologize. Ooh. John, what's going on, man? Thank you for the sub, dude! How are you doing tonight, man? Dude, thank you for the support, man. I love you, Jub. You're awesome, man. Jubbers! I don't have a mic. I wish I had a mic. Dropping some self-love. Well, dude, I appreciate it, man. It keeps me doing what I love doing. Keeps me doing the corruptions. I'm doing good, man. We got a horrifying corruption. Let me see if I can pull that up from our preliminary. This one right here, actually.
Boy,
Where'd you come from?
we've been expecting you.
Good to catch you. I know we usually never are around at the same time. I'm usually either just streaming right when or I finish up when you start.
Been expecting you. Welcome to
Bullworth Academy.
I'm sure you'll be very happy here.
I think I'm gonna be horrified to be here. And we can re-roll that to corrupt it further
We've been expecting you.
and mess it up beyond
Boy,
Where'd you
the
come
limits. Like, what is
Where'd
that?
you come from?
we've been expecting you.
What is her forehead?
Welcome to
There's a forehead emote, isn't there?
Bullworth Academy.
For... Oh, I don't remember the
I'm
command
sure
for it.
you're
Oh,
very
well.
happy here. Very happy indeed.
Yeah, my night off, so... Oh, that's right, it is your night off! I forgot about that! Also, we failed. What did we fail? We failed playing the very game itself. Not busy tonight or anything. Yeah, feel free. What I usually love doing is I love, like, just lurking and working on stuff for the stream. That's when I do, like, whenever I'm hanging out in your chat or hanging out in, like, Skies, I'll just be working on, like, some banners and stuff. I love doing that. Oh, that's right, for the Big Brother Truckers. We did that last stream. Right? That lady corrupted so well. It was horrifying. Also, we have, like, a really cheap, like, telephone ring going on. Let's see. We mess with this further.
Boy,
Where'd you come from?
Oh, God.
expecting you.
Look at her face!
Welcome to Bullworth
Jesus Christ.
Academy. I'm sure you'll be very happy here. Very happy indeed.
So, this is one of the places we could corrupt.
Anyway, I can't spend my life
These are all going off of one I created before the stream. If I was just gonna randomly blast it, like, for the first time, I could just hit this blast target button. And it might crash, or we might get lucky. Like this
We've
case,
been
the building's
expecting
gone.
you.
If you want to do that,
Boy,
Where'd you come
this one, her eye's a little lazy.
we've
Or
been
no,
expecting
this one
you.
here.
Boy,
There you go.
come from?
we've been
She had a little bit of too much plastic surgery. Oh, it's like falling off too.
Bullworth Academy. Boy,
Where'd
Disappear out of existence,
Where'd you-
screaming into the void. All the audio goes away and explodes. Also, look at Jimmy. God. We can mess around with the starting address, so right now we're kind of close to 0, which is pretty good. We can go closer to 0 and actually hit 0, which might corrupt some system functions. Like the Michael Jackson episode of South Park. Right? Let's see.
boy,
Where'd you come from?
What game is this? This is Bully for the Wii, so Scholarship Edition.
boy.
Where'd you come
If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's pretty awesome. It's for... Oh, I'm blanking now. This is for the Wii. It was originally for GameCube. It's made by Rockstar. One of their earlier titles. Also, what's going on? Backside. Hadn't you just joined the Filthy Casuals? By the way, for anyone who hasn't joined the Filthy Casuals, do I have a command for it? I don't think I do. But there's a Filthy Casual banner down below, so go check it out. It's an awesome community of people that stream retro, people that stream RPG, people that stream corruptions. There's only one corruption streamer right so far, but go check it out. It's an awesome Discord. Mr. Jubb is a part of it. He is You haven't also seen Jub content? Here, let me give you a shout out, Mr. Jub. Shout outs to Jub. I think Wasabi Sonic first referred me to you, Jub, and like that first stream where I was like, you know, you might like him, go check him out. He might not be kind of your personality that you like usually. I don't know, I'll watch quiet people or stuff like that, you know. The first stream, like, I followed, and you were like, Sparky! Like, you shouted, and I was like, man, I already love this guy. Wasabi is awesome, you get that right. Also, you got the little corrupted raccoon, which I'm still working on improving. I don't know, I like the corrupted raccoon personally, you have to know what it is first.
Boy.
Where'd you come from?
Boy.
Tend to people scare people at first.
Where'd you come
Maybe it's a
Boy.
good thing, like in a sense that like it's a hazing sort of thing. Like once you can get past the first initial scare, then you're in for a good ride. Also, what is this?
Where'd you
Wait.
come from?
Boy.
I didn't even spend too long on this.
We've
All the stuff in the background is in front of them.
Welcome to
It's like layers. It's like an onion.
Academy. Boy.
Where'd you
Boy.
Where'd you come?
Boy.
Where'd you come?
Boy.
Various stuff like that.
Where'd you come?
Boy.
Where'd you come?
Boy.
Okay, well I like this
Where'd you
spot.
come from?
Let's go corrupt his dorm. That's what I want to do.
Boy.
Where'd you come from?
So we gotta skip through
We've been
this.
expecting you.
We've been expecting you. I don't have my controller set up, and I would like to set that up, but I think I'll do it later. Because it will take me like a good 5 minutes to set up. I'll just use WASD for now. And figure out how I previously set it up for some stream. Oh, I gotta left click to run? Jub is definitely not a stream I could watch in front of my family. I don't think I could either. No offense, Jump. In the nicest way possible. They wouldn't understand. There's a nuance to watching Jump. Open. What button is Z? I stream late for a reason. For all those youngins that want to get their little hit at Jump. Oh, there's our menu. I don't have the Z. Here, wait. I'll have it somewhere in my map settings. Z is bound to... I have nunchucks set up. Shoot, I am sorry about this. Dolphin isn't the nicest in terms of UI for the controller setup. Left shift, okay. That's why I'm having trouble with that. It's an absurdist quasi-slapstick comedy? That's a good way to put it. You should brand yourself as quasi-slapstick comedy. It does look really good for being on the Wii. True that, right? And it's a dedicated or a quality port, I'd say. Of course, not built from the ground up or anything like that, but still very quality. So if we're going to corrupt a specific place in our room, I want the window there, because we have to go with some window corruptions, maybe the chem set. Right there is probably good. So then just make sure that's working alright. I'm going to target that within my Windows Glitch Harvester. Now we can load that, works alright. Now we can play with these little dials that are above me and mess around with these parameters. Our intensity is how intense we want our corruptions to be, so we can just like blast the entire thing and just like take the disc and hack at it with a knife. Let's actually try that. Will it work? Will it corrupt? No, it will not. It just sounds like a truck. Try it again. In case you were wondering, if you take that disc and you just cut at it, this is what you're doing. You're just breaking it beyond all hell. Corrupt the quality? Make it worse! Wasabi Tonic! How you doing, man? What's going on? Shit. Get some Texa highs in that chat. And some tech kappas. I gotta get more Franker face emotes. I only have raccoons at the moment. Also, that sounds terrible. Stop that. Oh, this sounds like a horror movie. Getting the nice audio there. Oh, that's right! And Wasabi now has his new Wasabi hype emote. Look at that! He's got that new secondary emote. I love that they did secondary emotes, man. It's so cool. And now you have a reason to aim for higher tiers to the affiliate program. Very cool. You were knocked out! And then you crashed the game. Clearing out history. I'm gonna lower down my intensity, just so we're not chopping the disc up. And now we gotta find some horrifying ones. You should be getting a third anytime this month. Hell yeah, dude. I don't actually know the tiers, but that's awesome, man. They make it fairly reasonable, like... I don't know the actual numbers, but once you're around the second tier, like you get to 15, you're probably on your way to getting to the next tier, so it's kind of like a nice progression and a good way to check yourself. So I like the way that they set that up. And it's more reasonable once you get the partner and you get your, what, 15 emotes? You get a lot of emotes. No, even more than 15, it's like 20 or 25. Getting up to 5s, that's awesome. Also, this one here reminds me of Silent Hill because of the creepy, like, foggy hallway. So I'm gonna save that one on our stockpile. Manager. Silent Hill 2. Which we're gonna be playing after the Oddworld series. I'm just starting on Stranger's Wrath. I'm enjoying the hell out of Stranger's Wrath. He's got like a tumor on his forehead. Let's save that one too. Tumor forehead. We can try sanitizing this one. So, in case anyone is wondering how our corruptions work, I'm pulling up now a menu called the Blast Editor, which lists off every single little corruption that we send to the memory, in terms of a memory address, so where we're corrupting, and the value that we're sending to that memory. So you have like a little button, or a little C3/8, that's just the value you're sending into it. And we can remove some of those and reload our corruption to see if the tumor still persists, and in this case it does. So I can remove all those ones I disabled. And now we have 1,496 memory writes, and we can cut it down further. Still kind of tumorous, 748. And we keep breaking it down like that until we have just a single memory write. And then if you want to, like, read that memory write out to one of your friends and like, hey, send the value F to this memory address, make them have a tumor. Or you send it to your friend, that works too. That is the eventual purpose of what I mostly do on these streams, is I put all these corruptions into a stockpile, and I have a huge backlog of them, but eventually I'm gonna combine them all together into like, I don't know, an ultimate stockpile, and I can just give it to someone and they can play all the corruptions I've created on stream. Which is, yeah, kind of giving back in a way. And also, they're horrifying, and I like seeing people's like first reaction to them. Is not a tumor. Fucking Arnold. Do a storied Let's Play of corruptions. See, that'd be cool. I have to pass them off to someone though. Either that or I have to wait just long enough until I kind of forget about the corruptions and then pass it on to someone. Get through the chopper! I can't do an Arnold voice whatsoever. My voice is too high. Anyways, we got 6 memory writes and 3 memory writes and 2 and 1. So now, this single thing, if you write to memory, you get Hopkins with a tumor on his face. Send that to the stash, call it tumor, remove the forehead one, and now we can reroll this one to affect how the tumor looks on screen. In this case, it's just like a little bit of a flat tumor. It's non-lethal, it's okay. And in this case, it's a monster that deserves to be put down. Stick it in your ear. Get it out of your ear. God, can we get a good look at him? Look at that mouth! That's like, what game was that? Amnesia. The monster in Amnesia has that sort of messed up mouth like that. This is the worst case of cancer that I've ever seen. You're learning too, hey, that's awesome, man! Yeah, we slowly, way back when I started learning how to do corruptions, I would explain them as much as I could on stream, and then that would sort of teach me in a way, because, you know, the best way to learn something is to be able to teach other people about it. So now I'm getting a little bit better at it. Either way, I'm gonna call this Amnesia. I don't actually know what that monster is called, but we'll call it Atrocity. Hope that's how you spell Atrocity. And for all these entries, they're appearing up here at the top left. And if I were to click on any of these, you can now load these entries, and all this is doing is just writing the memory addresses that I said, you know, this location, write this value, put it into the ROM, and then load the ROM. And that's all it's doing. So then that's how we create our corruptions, and we can click on any of these. There's the tumor one, there's the atrocity one, and they can load those corruptions. And I'm hoping at some point, I was talking with Wasabi, Mr. Wasabi, to see if we can get sort of a corruption stream going where I can give him the stockpile and he can play it. We're working on something in terms of that, but still in the air at the most
This might
at
be
the moment.
useful.
We got a rubber band. You ever corrupt any of the old GTA games? I corrupted Drive, which is not a GTA game, but that is the only top-down game I've corrupted. I would say for like the original GTAs, like 1 and 2. But no, I haven't. I know I saw. Also, what's going on, Sloaney Baloney? How you doing, man? I saw someone corrupting Vice City from the RTC dev kit community, which is the person who makes this sort of stuff. So Vice City would be amazing, and I'm considering doing that. With corrupting Vice City, I need direct access to some of the data files. Like, say, I'm going to specifically corrupt the cars and how they maneuver around. I need access to the data file that controls how they maneuver, which is possible. I just have to do a little bit of digging in memory to do so. But hey, it'd be super fun. I'd be down for it. It would take a little bit more of prep, but I'd like to do that. And San Andreas. I mean, I grew up in San Andreas. I gotta do that. This one we get horrifying. Well, not really horrifying. Just some, like, insane asylum white walls. Get some, like, bassy drum solo. I need to reteach myself how to do ROM hacks again. ROM hacks! Those are awesome. Those are a whole nother level of, I would say, even a more advanced... Oh my god, do you hear that? They're, like, punching each other. ROM hacks. I think those people that do that kind of thing, like, that is a lot cooler. What I do is I rely on randomness to create some of the effects I do. ROM hackers, they have to be creative themselves, and some of the stuff people put out there is just amazing, so I have mad respect for ROM hackers. Someone's just getting beat up in the background. That's some, like, fleshy meat beat-ups. I'm gonna throw this on the stockpile, I'm not gonna sanitize it. What's it called? Punch. I only did very basic tweaks to the ROM. Even basic, like, you still learn about what you're doing, you know? So then you get an idea of, like, how to mess with memory, how to export your ROMs, how to, maybe, if you're gonna publish the ROM hack, how to publish them. I mean, it's still kind of cool to get into the swing of that. And then eventually, once you get a hang of it, you can do a full-fledged ROM hack where, you go in depth and work through that. So, it's still cool. I started with small corruptions, and I started with small contributions to open source. Baby steps. Still more than I've ever done. Enough to change the game in some fundamental way. See? That's not bad. You might have used the Diablo 2 hack tool a few times. Diablo 2 hack tool? That sounds kind of fun, whatever that is. Diablo 2 would also be fun to corrupt. Worsening the Pokemon type effectiveness chart. That's cool too. Like, you can mess around with how the different types react with one another. Because then, once you get that down, you can introduce new types and then work with that whole scenario. And that's a big part of the ROM hacking community for Pokemon, is just introducing those new types. This one. So every once in a while we get a good looking corruption. Oh, we got a hard crash! So whenever we get a hard crash, it means that we broke the game in such a way that the actual emulator itself broke. So you're gonna hear a nice broken glass sound. There it is. And we're gonna reload the corruption. Or I should say the game. Lucky for us, since we're using save states, we don't have to go through the intro and all that. We can just jump straight to the game. Back to where we were. But it's kind of cool to see that because we were doing something we really shouldn't have been doing. And we broke the system. Yeah, basically OP items and tweaks all the stats and characters and stuff. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Gets you a more, I would say, interesting experience. Like, as long as it wasn't too overpowered and you're just like rushing through the game like it's nothing. It's cool to mess around with that stuff and get a different gameplay experience out of it, especially if you play Diablo 2 a lot. I know a lot of diehard fans out there have. If I was doing any further hacks, I'd look into importing a Pokemon and creating new ones. That'd be kind of interesting, especially with like the older Pokemon games where they really didn't have room for more Pokemon. So you have the 151, and really that's all of the memory it has allocated. And then you have problems like missing no for a number that's outside that range. You'd have to either delete existing Pokemon or work with a way that memory, I don't even know, you'd allocate an extra piece of the ROM that's maybe unused data, and you import the Pokemon there. Some interesting stuff you can do, for sure. New types are interesting, but not that interesting. Well, it depends. If you're doing like new types outside of also making a whole new game around it, like, I don't know, you introduce a Plutonium type, which is a really bad example. Uranium and plutonium type. I'm thinking of Pokemon Uranium. And the entire game revolves around that. Then you can kind of go in interesting ways with it. Also, I was completely not paying attention to this corruption. This one, every once in a while when we get a good looking corruption, I take a screenshot and I put it up here, which I'm going to do now. For just in case people that they're stopping by, they're curious about what I do, I like to have a good picture up there for them. That's what I do. Oh, that's a bad save though. That's what I do. We turn people into weird sausages. Or weird, like, chopped up monstrosities. Badass, thank you. I do tweaks with the idea and that I stream them. Oh, you stream them too! I gotta go check that out sometime. I like when people can stream content like that. My style would benefit from more subtle changes so I can pass it off and play as a normal game. Kind of what I do too, I like that. Like it's just touching the game, just adding stuff to it or removing small things and just changing how it plays. But the base game itself is still original. I like that kind of stuff. But people can tell that something is off, right? Just a little bit of a tweak. Oh, also, I should stop that. Real quick warning for anyone that's in chat, since we have some couple new people. If you're sensitive to flashing lights or loud sounds or bright colors or anything of that nature, I do caution you. With ROMs, we have sort of uncontrollable effects. In this case, we had a little bit of a flashing strobe effect, so very big warning for anyone that's sensitive to that type of material. The entire stream, we're going to have stuff like that going on, so remove yourself if you have to. Be very cautious. So I'm going to skip this corruption, but the next one, be cautious about it from there. Especially the loud sound one. We get some loud sounds. I have a compressor on stream at least. What's he doing with his hand? Just kind of breaking it off. He's reaching down. He's hiding something. Oh, and it crashes too. So this one I'm going to sanitize, because you'll notice as soon as we walk, we crash the game. We take a step to the left, maybe after a couple seconds, actually not right away. Maybe after 10 seconds it crashes, and what if we don't want that effect? What if I want to take this corruption and give it to someone, and I want his hand to be freaking out on the screen, but I want them to play it a little bit. Maybe go outside, maybe go slap someone. They won't be able to do that because it crashes. And that's why we sanitize our corruptions, and for anyone that would like to corrupt in the future, I highly recommend doing the same. We pull up this blast editor window, and we just knock it down to its bare components. And from that point on, we have that single memory right that they can keep. Oh, sorry, buzzing is throwing me off. We have that single memory right that they can keep, and they don't have to worry about it crashing randomly. That's what we're going to do here. Once you get in the groove of sort of sanitizing your corruptions, though, it can go a lot faster. I'm taking a little bit longer here because I'm explaining what's going on, but if you have fairly small ones, it should only take less than a minute. So, in this case, we have like 183 memory writes, slowly knocking out. Another advantage of that is you can just reroll that singular component to get more interesting or different corruptions out of it, so it's worthwhile doing. My voice is beginning to go. So we have 12 left on our blast layer. And a blast layer is just a sort of fancy way to say an entry. Kind of like, actually, imagine like an onion skin layer. You just put a bunch of stuff on top of it. Imagine laying that onion skin layer on top of ROM. That's what the corruption is. As a real basic way of explaining it. Is that another? Oh, it's Star Wars. I thought that was another Arnold Schwarzenegger emote. I was like, oh my god, you got so many. Darth Onion. He has layers too, you know. But they're layers I don't want to take a look at. Did I possibly badly sanitize this? I think I did. We're gonna throw it on as arm tweak. And we're gonna move on. I'm gonna go closer to 0 once again. And have a kind of low intensity so we don't break it right away. But hopefully we'll get something interesting out of it. we get a long Jimmy Hopkins. Ooh, we get a dual screen Jimmy Hopkins, so let's see if they're both movable. Yeah, so we have the actual screen itself drawn on top of itself, and it looks like maybe it could be a filter of some kind. Like, look at the filing cabinet itself. On one screen it's a little bit lighter than the other screen. Why that is, I have actually no clue at all. I imagine maybe they're, well, there's really no transparency though. If there's some sort of transparency to it, you can imagine there's the main window and then they just put sort of a lighter blue tint on top, for example. In this case, I'm not entirely sure because they're both the exact same window for the most part. Kind of cool to see regardless. We can try re-rolling it. This time we get a dark scene, then a light scene, super light screen, and a zoomed in screen. Couldn't tell you. Cool nonetheless though. We're gonna keep moving along. Increase our intensity once again. Badass. Oh, look at that! We got... Usually at the top right, or top left of the mini-map, you have your health symbol. For some reason, corrupting one of these memory addresses just gives you a palette of those. In case you're really curious about your health. Here's a whole list of them. What? This one has the same effect as before, where we're super kind of like zoomed in, but this one has the mini-map on the top right side of that. And it looks like it's the top left corner. No clue what that is again. There we get creepy, like, cut-out Jimmy again. And like a water... What is that? It's like a water sound effect. Everyone's kind of like ghosty. Oh, you can see them in the back of his head! We... Oh! It looks like... GG Allen, I thought you were gonna say Aladdin. And his mouth sort of stretched out with his bloody head. Just want to take a look at this guy's mouth. Let me see you. Get the nerd violence sound. We're gonna drag him in our room. God. Oh, this is fucked up. Moving on. I should keep that effect, shouldn't I? Because then we can re-roll and take a look at what's actually going on there. It should be fairly quick. We dragged a nerd into our room to take a look at his mouth. That's what we did. Let it be known. Okay, 240, 120. I used to have keyboard commands that would make this so much faster, but I neglected them, sadly. Oh, my roommates are home. Okay, down to 4 memory writes, 2 and 1. Sending it to our stash. Our stash history, by the way, which is up here. It's hidden by this window. But it's all these items here that just have a bunch of numbers. These are the individual save states that have blast layers applied to them, and this is how we keep track of our effects. In the case here, our very last one is the most recent stash we created with just that single memory writes. So we can throw that directly under our stockpile and call it Fleshhead. Actually, GG Allen, I like that. With the Windows Glitch Harvester, we unfortunately can't give naming rights to people that help me name because I'm awful at coming up with names. So I usually put in the notes like, came up with by Jub Jub, but I can't do that here, sadly. So instead we'll take the name, and if you want to sue, you can. But now we can re-roll that effect, so within memory, we set C2 at memory address 148099, some random number. By re-rolling it, we're going to send a different value to memory. In this case, it's the exact same memory address, but instead we're setting 404 instead of C28. And in this case, we get sort of a white background and no Jimmy. We can continue re-rolling it just by sending different values. But I think for the most part, we're either going to get Jimmy normal, Jimmy see-through, or white room. And those are actually the 3 effects we got all in a row there. Moving on. I'm gonna improve my value list to extend it. Dude was out there, mofo. Not that I care for his antics, but Dude was a character. He used to perform naked niche and stuff. Did he really? Oh my god. That was a character. Absolutely. A good character. You gotta put your name out there somehow. Possibly not the best way to do it, but hey. He's definitely well known. Okay, I was gonna say his pants. It was just his pants there for a moment. Oh, there we go. He fades in and out of reality. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, he's just a pair of pants. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, he becomes Jimmy Hopkins. It's kind of hard to live his life, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Well, I wouldn't call him a good character. He's notorious in rock and roll and stuff. I don't know him too well, but... wouldn't call him a good character. Okay, fair enough. I don't know how good he is to call him a good character or a bad character, but fair enough. Pants McHopkins. Popkins. Day and nights. Pants man. There we go. Every time I hit enter, that menu's gonna pop up, and I apologize so much for that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I'm not sure if I even knew what I was saying, so at least you got me. Oh, that one was not bad. Can we get a screenshot there? Wait, freak out for a sec. I just want to get his face. Ah, too fast. One more time. No worries, Ming. Yep, perfect. That's exactly what I want. And then I'm gonna put this on our window up here. He's just looking out from the void. In fact, let me cut out the sides. There we go. Perfect. Ooh, this one's also kind of creepy. I think what's going on... No, never mind. I thought it would have something to do with the blinds, because the blinds look like they're getting repeated over and over again, but it's something at that top right corner is being, like, flourished outwards, covering the screen completely. No clue what that is. No clue what that is. By re-rolling it, we might be able to adjust the location of that. We got two more again. But outside of that, I don't really know what was to make of that. It was some, like, HUD thing being broken. Falling through the map again. Wait a minute. Why? One more time. Gotta try to screenshot that. Why? Why indeed? Jimmy. Let's put that at the top left. Oh, too big. Why? Oh, this one he's got like a cloak on. He's like a wizard. Or a professor or something.
You ever wondered what the point of all this is? You think you're better than everything.
Got ear going to infinity. Oh, that was the water effect we heard earlier. That was just the science kit. I was wondering what else would have made that noise. Got a rubber band. Ooh, that audio's nice. That Euro, and that's the shape he cuts with his rapier? Which one?
Mine.
Did I miss that one? Oh wait, this one here. Maybe. Screenshot it and give me a comparison. I want to keep this audio. Oh, the Y image. It does look like he has a rapier. So instead of Zorro, he cuts out a Y. But what's his name? Oh wait, his name's Yoro. You're right! That's a good one, actually. This one sounds like a very either out-of-tune guitar, or just a sad guitar. I like the idea of the sad guitar. when you get caught in Metal Gear Solid, and all the guards have exclamation points. Actually, it's kind of like that scene where they're all looking at the projector, and then they look behind them, and they all spot you. I hope the sound isn't associated with the crash. Sounds like it might be. Yeah. We'll see though. Because the purple screen means that we've crashed. Unable to play it. And while we're sanitizing, we're noticing mostly that the corrupted audio comes from this crash screen. Which is unfortunate because if we try re-rolling it, we might not be able to keep the effect that we want. But anyways, we're down to 7 memory writes. 3. Yeah, those two are associated with each other, sadly. So I'm going to send it to the stash, we're going to reroll it to see if we can actually get something out of it. We had a normal scene. Audio's not corrupted though. It's only on the purple screen we actually get any kind of auditory corruption, so we may leave this one be. Which is too bad, we don't get usually nice sounding audio, we usually just get like squelching and screams, so. But let's move on. I'm going to change the starting address once again. I'm going to go a little bit further away from 0 because I want to see some like body corruptions. We'll keep the intensity around the same place now. You had to restart your phone? That's bollocks. We had Y, where he fell out of the ground and just said Y. Also, he's stretching into infinity. Science kit sounded like a bong. It did sound like a bong. You're right. I was wondering what that sort of watery sound was. I'm like, shoot, one of the kids in the dorms are just ripping it. I think you can see his like skin for a moment there. So one more time. You see like inside of him. You know who he is, you know him well. Wait. Hey, pull up the corruption. What's that? Wacky Windmill Flailing Kid. Can you just leave me alone? He also kind of walks weird. Look at him. He's like shaking. Can't quite walk right. Every once in a while he just sort of explodes. Those high kicks though. To sanitize that real quick. Shouldn't be too hard to sanitize. He just freaks out. We have to wait about 1 second to see if the corruption persists or not. Wish I could run like that. I wish I could run. Full stop. His feet seem to get really big. Do they really? When he's walking around? Oh, they do! I didn't even notice that. I was just looking at the high kicks where he's like kicking super high. In general, though. Look at those big feet. You know what they say about big feet? Low self-esteem. As soon as my feet... Wait, as soon as my foot reaches... Oh shit, I have a really tiny OBS window. I gotta make it bigger. Its back peak just extends and blows up. Oh my god. That's horrifying. Major help. Good points. So I think, yeah, we're gonna lose one effect. We'll get the high kicks, but we won't get like the body freak out. We can corrupt them individually, but for the moment, actually no, there's a body freak out. Where he just stretches out. Is this what you look like when you exercise? Yeah, do you break like quantum theory, some quantum mechanics while you're working out? I mean, it's not a true workout if you don't do that. You gotta break something. Whether it be a bone or Newtonian physics. Alright, well we got that fully sanitized. Send it to the stash. Call it Funny Walk. Funny Walk, that sounds like a cheesy name. exercise. What's that? I mean, you know sometimes when you have to run from the police, right? It's kind of like that, but it's doing it without someone chasing after you. You can pretend someone's chasing after you if that makes you run harder. But it's sort of like that. And people do it every day for some reason. How about explosive walk? There's more of an explosive name to it. And we can re-roll that. And then you get more of an explosive walk.
Telling you, if you do a cyclone kick into the green fireball, you'll get the katanas.
Yeah? The nerds explain that to each other. Cyclone kick into the katana or whatever he said. Which is punch him. Oh, if you can find him. I think I punched him, but we got knocked out in the process. Not knocked out like in the sense of you passing out. No, we got knocked out of existence. We got knocked out so hard we got brought back to the tutorial. We're not even in the dorms anymore. Also, the bullies ahead of us are kind of freaking out. Yo, let's see if they want our money. If I can find them, where even are they?
I sure hope
The Borg.
gives me a wedgie today.
It's pretty badass.
I'm gonna tell Dr. Craig.
All these guys are horrifying. We quantum leap. We're in the wrong timeline, man. So we'll call this one, I don't know. Quantum Leap, I like that one. Can I steal that name? We're gonna steal that one. Also, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Maxite. 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 That's the one. I'm awful at names and it takes me a couple tries, but eventually I get there. I'll knock you into the tutorial. How is that not an internet thing already? Right? You're doing such a bad job, I'm gonna kick you all the way back to this tutorial. Write up the grant papers, there's research money to be made here. This is a learning tool, that's what this is. You heard it here first. I did. In fact, Jub has a patent on it. Patent pending. Oh my god, I was gonna say, can we reload the other one more? Okay, wait. I'm gonna take a screenshot. I'm gonna put it at the top left. We're gonna take a look at this. Those are teeth. You see those teeth? Those dentures? I gotta point at it. I gotta move my window around. Those are teeth! Also, those are feet. He's sideways. Yep. I'm stressed. Really clean, good gums. He must floss. Look at his hands and arms. He's just a torso. I got stuck in the corner. Does anyone else look like this? Yes, they do. I tried hiding and we broke the audio. Alright, let's reload that one. I want to go see some of the other guys.
Why Mr. Galloway wasn't cutting it? My pole.
Up to punch.
Stop it, pal.
Oh! Hitting like the interact button just breaks the game. That's kinda cool. Let's reroll that one since that's a horrifying body modification, and those ones are fun to reroll. Oh, his face is like stuck to the ground. It's like drooping. That's the one I want. However, they're both fantastic. It's I don't want to make any stereotypes, but imagine a very small individual fitting into a suitcase. This is how you fit into a suitcase. In case you want to take some lessons, maybe draw some diagrams, you need to put your hands and body parallel to your legs. All you gotta do, don't worry about it. And then you don't have to pay extra for an extra ticket, you can just put someone in your suitcase. Sounds actually a lot more horrifying than I meant it to. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, a fail on the evolutionary tree. Charles Darwin. He rolls in his grave in this position. Is this pelvis crush? You know what? I think it is. It kind of looks like someone just kind of like took a hammer and just flattened it, like really gently.
That window's been broken 6
His
times.
belt's also a little bit off, like...
In a dump like this. You're a dork.
We can spin, this is a spin attack.
I love to study in the library.
Jump. How would you describe this body contortion if you had to give a sentence for it? I like a suitcase. It's a portable person. You're a contortionist now, Jim. You know, that's the good one. That's a good way to put it. So what'd you do before you came to Bulworth? Oh, I was a contortionist. Can we see something? Let's just run around like this. Yeah. Rob Schneider is a stapler? I wish I could just pick up his arms and just do the motion. I wish I knew... I don't know if I have a grab command. I think it's control, so let's see if we can grab someone like this. Oh, everyone. Everyone. Can I grab you? Oh wait, give him a thumbs up.
All right. Don't bother with me.
Give me your money, or I take a whole lot more, kid.
I want to grab you. I don't say that very often.
Unstable
We grab you.
molecule.
Come here.
Snot, snot.
I think I'm trying. He looks like he's trying. He's like shifting in place, but his arms can't quite reach. This is the mating of the staplers.
Shove it.
They're known for yelling at each other while performing these acts. Alright. So we almost got this one all finished. Down to 26. Down to 13. 6. 3. And 1. Send that to our stash and call it Portable Human. And now we can reroll this one. That's how staplers are made. I wonder how... No, I can't say that. But I can type it.
Why didn't I scare that nerd today? Guess I'm going soft. Too soft for me.
I can't say that out loud. Stapling does sound like a carnal act? It sounds like a carnival act. What's a carnal act? Oh, it's a... related to physically, especially sexual needs and activities. Well, I regret going that. I mean, this gives a lot more color to an office space. That's true. I want a red stapler. I'm sorry. These reroll kind of odd though. Like Jimmy's body is being gigantified. That's not a sentence that's been said before. Sadly, all in kind of like terrible ways. Like none of these look too interesting, so we might stop rerolling it. We got the one good stapler corruption. All the rest of these are just garbage, and that just goes to show how fantastic I would say corrupting chaotically is. This is a chaotic corruption, and only one singular memory address created this effect. 3E00, whatever this number is. Maybe that and like a small handful of other corruptions actually created this effect. Any other value that we send to memory, it's just garbage. And that's why we got super lucky when we got the corruption we found. Which is kind of neat. And that's why we get horrifying effects sometimes if we're pretty lucky. But we're starting from the top, seeing if we can find a new one. Map's just freaking out. You failed. We're failing a lot. In more ways than one. Oh, this one had... what was that? Got some, like, green stuff over here. Oh, can we do a full staple run? Oh, man, yes we could, couldn't we? If anyone would like to have a full stapler run, like if you haven't played this game before, if you'd like to, let me know. I'll give you a copy of this game with this put on it. I can't say that. I will tell you how to put a copy of this corruption on your game. Let me scratch my previous statement. If you have a copy of Bully that you already previously owned and you would like to modify the contents of your legally purchased version of Bully, let me know and I can tell you how to do so, but it has to be a legally copied version.
I really don't like you.
Choose my words carefully. But look at this. This would be a fantastic run. I don't know how like shooting a gun would work, like the spud gun.
You probably don't even play.
But like helping the nerds would be a lot funner. I mean, look at this guy. Who doesn't want to help that little guy out? Let me give him a thumbs up. Actually, let me threaten him.
Sure.
I don't know what that.
Something to work toward.
I don't know what to do there.
I can't believe you are worse than me.
So, back from the top. Stapler percent. That would be the best of the speedruns. You're inhibiting yourself in one way or another. This is Bully if you played it from like either a creepy stalker on the floor or for like an ant. If you want to play the entire game as an ant, why not? And you just see Jimmy leave this room, and then you go about your ant's life. Oh, is that Jimmy coming back? Oh, it is! Look at that! And he stepped on you. Oh, look, we get that one again. Let me change around our starting address. Once things start to get like a little repetitive, we can change where we corrupt within the ROM. Oh, I guess I didn't really explain that too well. So say, yeah, imagine a disk itself. On the very inner ring of that disk, you have like ground 0, that's the beginning of the disk. And consider that like the very left part of this starting address parameter. Oh, I'm hiding that. Of this starting address parameter on the very far left. And then as we go out from the disk, we increase this number to the point where most GameCube games at the farther end of the spectrum just filled in garbage data there. Data that they didn't really use within the game itself, but they just put something there. Some games went out this far if they're really big games, but if we corrupted here, we might not actually see anything on the screen, like we do here. Did it all for the Jimmy. Do it all for the Jimmy. So this is all garbage data. We notice there's nothing happening on the ROM itself, because no game, well, some games utilized it, but not a lot of games utilize all of the 1 gigabyte that they were allotted on the GameCube discs. In this case, it's on the Wii disc, but yeah, same idea. So we have to choose a place within the ROM where either something's like loaded in, maybe the models, maybe the music, maybe the world, or we can mess with system functions that are usually right in that center of the disc, in which case we might break the emulator, but Wii's a little bit nicer and it doesn't let us break it as often. I'm gonna go a little bit further out, hopefully we'll get some model corruptions, that's what I'm aiming for at the moment.
This is for you.
That's some like yelling. That is a realistic yelling mod if you want that. Also, we're seeing through the floor. How about that? So some of the characters' feet actually go through the floor, in case you're curious. A little bit of a boundary break for you. Oh my god. I have a compressor on the stream that makes it a lot quieter for you guys. That's why I wear one headphone on my ear, because this ear is starting to go bad from all the corruptions. Not really, but it's so damn loud. He fell through the floor again. He probably is gonna go to the principal because of that too. And they have to like pull him through the floor. Gotta go pyro repairman. Oh. You know when you see someone like cross the road and your jaw literally drops? Or you see something you really want to eat? Or this could be the same scenario. Terrible, I shouldn't say that. His jowls. His jovials. Just looking at this though, God, is that horrifying. Let's get a good picture of that. I'm gonna screenshot that. Once again, for anyone that chooses to stop by our stream and they're like, oh, you know, TechSupportSparky is streaming. I've heard about him from the Filthy Casuals. I wonder what he's doing today. Look at that nice, lovely picture at the top.
Are you afraid yet? Bucky isn't afraid.
I already have the, when I go live, I take a quick screenshot of something horrifying that happened during my preliminary, and we had that good one at the very beginning where the principal's assistant? I don't think she's the vice principal. Maybe she's the secretary. But anyway, she had a horrifying body corruption. So coming up in about a week and a half, I'm starting to do finals. So I should warn people if you're stopping by. My schedule, I'll still be streaming, but I might do less corruption streams, since these ones, I have to do a lot more prep work for them, and a lot of test work. For example, if I hadn't played Bully before, I had to do a bunch of tests to make sure it would corrupt well on the stream before I actually streamed. So I may be doing less of those around finals week. Excuse me. Just make it a little bit easier on myself. We'll be doing just our regular Let's Plays in the meantime. Those are a lot easier for me just to knock out, and I enjoy doing it. It's sort of like relaxing. But yeah, just a warning for people that might see that, or stopping by. Not really a warning. I'm still going to be streaming regardless, probably. I try to knock out every day if I can. We're going to call this jaw dropping. Which is this one here. Now we can reroll that one. Oh, and we get like a nice little smirk. Can we get right up close to the wall with that? Look, he's happy!
You ain't worth a freaking dime.
That's even a better one to screenshot. Let's take that.
Man, if I could get her...
When the corruptions go well. For anyone that's not a part of, well, I was gonna say Filthy Casuals. If you're not a part of Filthy Casuals, go join that. I also have a stream team that I'm a part of, in case you're curious. That I call, well, that me and Wasabi are part of, called Odd Brew. So I post my corruptions or the interesting photos from them in that Discord. I know like everyone and their grandmother has their own Discord, so you don't have to do it if you don't want to. But in case you're curious, I post when I'm going live and stuff like that through there. I like this one though. I'm gonna call it Jimmy Smirk.
They suck so hard.
That's a little bit of a shameless plug. And in general, we're just getting his jaw. And I think we got the two extremes. We got the jaw missing, in which case he's smiling. Because if you don't have a jaw, you smile, right? And we got the one where it's stuck on the ground. So I think we're good on this reroll. Yeah. Also like how this one resets every once in a while. Alright, clearing out history and starting from the top once again. Fell through the floor again. We get some interesting text. Or we don't even die. We just reach purgatory. Yep. It's constantly in fighting mode.
You're a
I see why, because punches are loud as hell. Falling through the floor. I'm gonna change the starting address since things are getting kind of repetitive. Big pants. Some like shining audio. This one we can't walk because we're tethered to the ground by our hand. And increase our intensity. Joined? Yeah, thank you, dude. I didn't even know you weren't part of the Discord, but hey, welcome aboard Odd Brew. Me and Wasabi Todic and Minister Falco are not good. We're all kind of a... Oh my god. A stream team who posts everything that we do there. Ah! So much bad audio. But yeah, thank you, man. Anything odd, I'm down, right? I'm playing through the Odd World series now. Just odd things in general are fantastic. I think we're going too far out. Let's see. I'm gonna go like really far out to see if Bully still... Oh no, it does. Okay, cool. This actually might be where the models are loaded in. Maybe. I can't tell. It looks like his head was forced down, but I can't tell. No, probably not. We've had a couple corruptions, especially in Harry Potter, where people's heads just go down and they're just extremely sad. It is the saddest thing. I was hoping Jimmy had that case of the seasonal depression. We're getting a lot of, ooh, there's a good one. There's a creepy one. Will it repeat itself? No, it's alright. We're getting a lot of what I call clown vomit, which are just corruptions that are just kind of chaotic, and they don't have a lot of inherent value to themselves, they just look like clown vomit. Spiller! Mars, what's going on? Spagooler's another awesome streamer who is part of the Filthy Casuals as well. Go check him out. I should type out his name. Shout out Spagoodlers. And he was playing some Metroid Prime earlier. Super fun to watch. How far are you in Metroid Prime, by the way? Are we doing some bully? Excellent! Thank you for the follow, dude! Welcome to the TechSupportSparky fellows. Jub has the best way to introduce new members into his community. Welcome to the Jub Club. I love that and I want to steal it. I gotta think of something to say for mine. But dude, welcome on board. I have no idea, like 15 hours? I don't know how long that game is, because I never played that one. If you had to guess a percentage though, what would you say for percentage? Also, we got some wacky legs. Oh yeah, for sure. I was a proud inductee into the Jub Club, and I have been a member. I wish I had like little coins. Okay, this does sound bad, but you know how like Alcohol's Anonymous? Alcoholics Anonymous? AA. You know how AA has their like little coins for like 1 year, 2 years? It'd be kind of cool to have a Jub coin, but I don't want to use that as a comparison because that's bad. But so. Hey Jub, I've been catching some of your streams lately. You're an OBS god. He is an OBS god, but he uses the Streamlabs version. So I'm gonna say he's kind of an OBS god. I don't like the Streamlabs version at all. But that's just me. It's I like all their UI stuff. Like I still use Streamlabs like a chat window and the event list way over there. A Slob's god. Actually, that's a really good way to put it. You should call it Slob's God. I'm a slob. No. Wait, now I'm confusing the names. Oh, you use Studio yourself. I didn't know that, Jubs. I was judging you for being a Streamlabs OBS version. No, I like the Studio much better. It's much cleaner in my opinion. Plus, if you didn't know, which a lot of people don't for some reason, I've been having to tell a lot of people about it that are checking out streaming and just getting started. OBS Studio now has a Twitch integration, which makes, if you want to have your chat window up in your actual OBS client, you can now have that. I'm pointing over here as if you can see my chat window. It's right over there on the corner of my screen, which is super nice. You can update your stream information, you can get a whole lot more stats when you link your Twitch account to your OBS Studio client without, or I should say, with the added benefit of not needing a token anymore. So you don't need a Twitch ID token thing for your stream. Super awesome. The CPU difference wasn't worth changing. Yeah, that's agreed. The UI for Streamlabs OBS chatbot is kind of clunky, and I feel like it is CPU, like it takes a hit to the CPU performance for looking nice, which I don't think is a good UI. A UI itself should run fast, shouldn't be clunky, and should be easy to use. And I don't think the Streamlabs version of OBS is either of those, to be honest. Yeah, Studio, they got it going on. Not only do they have it going on, but Mr. Hopkins is being punished for his sins. You made yourself a whole mess of chili smothered chicken enchiladas. That sentence itself sounds like heaven. I'm gonna eat myself some noodles, because I can only afford like $1 a pack of noodles right now. But hey, I'm excited for my noodles too, so got the food grub on. This one, you know, like when you wake up from a hospital? When you wake up from a coma and everything's kind of bright, that's what this reminds me of. If any of you have experience with comas, I don't have an experience with comas. Noodles are good. Noodles are okay if you have them infrequently. If you have them almost every meal for months on end, they get a little old. But they're cheap as hell. And they, if you add stuff to them, they're decent for nutrition. I mean, you could do a lot better. Like I have, I'll make some potatoes if I need to. If I'm feeling starved, I guess, of nutrients. As Spagoolers, I eat surprisingly few noodles. Oh, you eat spaghetti mostly, don't you? Sparky, we gotta get you that good food grub. I'm alright on food, like I'm working out. College student, college meals, right? I usually like to add some kind of leftovers to them, or breakfast sausage. You know, that sounds super good. I wish... if I had leftovers to put in my noodles, I would. Every once in a while, I like crack an egg in one, which is pretty good. Some sausage would be good too. And you can get usually sausage links for kind of cheap. I think if you get frozen ones. I get greens in there if I can, like basil or something like that. There's a really good guide I found on Reddit, I don't know how long ago, that were like all these 50 different ways you can make noodles, stuff you can add to it when you're aiming for certain flavors. I usually go for savory. I have it somewhere. I used to refer to it a lot. Egg does sound good, yeah. I usually hard boil it, but you could actually just crack the yolk and the egg directly in there if you wanted to do that kind of thing. I usually like the hard boiled, chopped up, put on top kind of thing. But yeah, egg ramen, best ramen, true that. And it can really present nicely. I usually have broth, like I actually drink the broth in my ramen, which people might cringe at. I don't get enough water. But it doesn't usually present well with a lot of water in it. So I gotta strain out the water. Okay, there we go. What do we call this one? I'm gonna call it Coma Wake Up. Which in itself isn't too interesting, and I don't think the rerolls will be interesting either. They're just like slight lighting effects. But the nice thing about having a stockpile that we're slowly building up over here is we can combine our effects together. So we've had a lot of different corruptions that we've created so far, this whole list here. Let's just combine all of them and see what we create. This is all the stuff we created so far, which looks terrible. It looks so bad. But we can combine individual corruptions if we want like sort of different effects. Like we can combine Quantum Leap and Jaw Dropping for this atrocity. You want noodles now? I would send you some of mine if it would arrive in time. We gotta get some of that, the stream treats. Wait, is that what it was called? Stream... Oh, now I gotta look up the name. Jub, if you don't know about this, it's Stream Snacks, I think. Wait, Treat Stream. Treat Stream. I saw Mr. Spagoolers, this guy here, have one of his viewers, web kernel, order him a steak calzone and have it sent to his house, all private. He didn't get any information from the retailer, but he got a steak calzone from a fellow member of the stream. How cool is that? It's called a Treat Stream, and I thought it was just the neatest thing. If people like want to help each other out and like, hey, I'm gonna send you a steak, man. Oh, I started up Dr. Mario music. What the fuck, right? Like, dude, you need that on your stream. I would send you like some pizza, some Papa John's or whatever that are nearby in your area. Totally. I couldn't believe I never heard of that before, and I was like, Spagoolers, that is the coolest thing. I'm gonna recommend that to people now. It looked fairly easy to set up. You were blessed that day? I would feel blessed. Man, that's such a cool thing, dude. Go check out Streamlab, or Spagoolers' like description, his panels, because you can see an example of what it looks like if you're like donating to someone and how the whole window looks. I like how like anonymous it is, which is pretty cool. And then I think Spagoolers, you said the idea of putting your cell phone not for the viewer to view, but for the actual company when they receive the order, like, hey, call me when you're here, because I live in like a dorm on like some 10th floor or something, so I wouldn't hear them like at the door or anything like that. And you totally ate the 2 pounds of calzone. You speedran that calzone, dude. You ate that right on stream to like intense, horrifying music on top of everything. It was very enjoyable to watch. Would watch again too. Most of it's probably closed when I stream though. That is true. You stream so damn late. I thought it was because it was your time zone originally. Because I would see you. I'm from the West Coast originally, and I would come on. And that's how I think I met Jub. Was he was streaming around the time I was getting off, which it's like I don't know, 2 a.m. So it'd be midnight for me. So that was a fairly reasonable time. But it turns out you're on the other coast, so it's super late when you stream. But yeah, look into it, see if there's anything open. You might be able to like find some cheap stuff open. I know we have like insomnia cookies where I live, so like you can get some 24-hour delicious cookies. I mean, shoot, that'd be worth setting up. Fallen Spagoolers, see? Relations. Get that networking. You just started at midnight. I started at midnight tonight because that damn daylight saving is throwing me off. I was gonna join you in Mario Kart last night, but I was like, man, it's already 3 a.m. I can't do that at the moment. Also, one of these, his leg was all messed up. Grubhub is only open until midnight. Well, Grubhub's doing it wrong. Because when I want, like, a bacon cheeseburger, it's like a 2 a.m. But they also have Jimmy John's, Papa John's, so that works. This one, he's doing like little kicks with his legs. We're gonna keep this one. Only place I know for sure is McDonald's. Yeah, they usually open pretty late. And you can get some, like, decent food there. Like, their fries aren't the worst thing in the world. Like, they're pretty bad for you, but damn, do they taste good.
I'm hungry already.
Dude, I talked to you last night, right? And I woke up at, like, noon. How bad is that? I gotta get my sleep cycle back on. I start finals next week, dude. Wasn't a bad stream. It looked like a fun stream, but was in a weird mood for sure because of what I think. Actually, based on what you said, I don't have anywhere on my main window in front of me that has my viewer count, and me and Wasabi were actually talking while you were streaming about the note that you made about viewer count and how you should never look at that. I do have my viewer count on my other laptop, and I'm telling myself not to look at it right now because I don't want to throw myself off. Very good point on that, by the way. Like, that was a top quality point, and we kept talking about that. Cannot look at that viewer count. McDonald's is gross, but I'm gross too, so it all works out. I feel bad using your remote for that sentence, but I'm gonna use it anyways. But it does. Like, I feel like I'm a lot more talkative when I don't look at it. Otherwise, I'm just kind of stressing. And, I have a couple friend viewers, or streamers, friend streamers who are just getting started, and I can tell they're staring at their view count. They're at like 1 or 2 views, and they're not talking during those periods. They'll talk when they get like 3 or 4, but as soon as those people leave, they die back down, and it's like, you can't do that. A, because it throws you off, and B, what me and Wasabi were talking about, is that view count is totally inaccurate. What it's saying right there is probably not a reflection of how many people are viewing you. It's probably how many people were viewing you maybe 5 minutes ago, maybe 10 minutes ago. It's usually never instantaneous, and that's going to confuse you. Kind of like how, I don't know, you have jet lag, or you're being confused in a car or something like that. It's totally off, and you're just going to screw yourself over. I've been on mindset the past few weeks. I've been way better off not worrying about it. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, you gotta go stream of... Wait. You gotta go stream of consciousness. Oh, stream of consciousness. I was like, what is a stream of consciousness? You absolutely do. Yeah, just kind of ad-lib everything and just keep going with it. Sucks you want to worry about those numbers. You do, yeah. I mean, my ideology, which has kind of helped me out a lot, was I am so fixed on getting the affiliate role, where you had to have 3 viewers, stream 20 hours, and have 50 followers. And I was so stuck to that role that as long as I have 3 viewers, I'm okay. And I'll get messed up if I only have like 2 or 1, and I'll pay attention to it, and then I'll start getting kind of bummed about it. But if I got 4 viewers, I'm golden. Because I don't usually get too many viewers, which I'm fine about, because then I can chat actively with you guys. But yeah, staring at it is never helpful. And as long as I got 3 viewers, I'm happy. Although I won't stare at it regardless. And yeah, checking those analytics, that is what I really like, because it's gamification, if you're unfamiliar with that term. Gamification is like turning things that are not games into games. And I think Twitch does that super well with their stream summary, because it has those little like ticks, like you did better in followers this stream, or you did worse in this, maybe try improving on it. They do that so well, where every single stream that I finish up on, within 3 minutes I'm already at that stream summary, seeing how well I did, what I can improve on. And it's just nice seeing like the little green arrows, like you did better in viewers. I'm like, great, people like that kind of content. And I'm not worried about the instantaneous rate of change, the, it's actually called in calculus. Instantaneous rate of change is the derivative. I'm not worried about the derivative in any sense, like the immediate change in viewers. I'm worried about, in the long term, how I do that stream in general. Exactly, I'll see how I did after that stream, exactly, right? But during the stream, fuck it. I like the live graphs. The graphs are awesome. Like, you can just visualize your data. And then you get the whole month, too. Love the month output. They do it very well. And we got a little bit of stanky leg here. That's what I'm sanitizing now. I'm new enough at Twitch that I'm still incrementally progress nightly, but I imagine a wall is coming soon. I found that there was a wall that was at 30 or 40 viewers which, I'm sorry, followers. Which now I don't even pay attention to followers. If I get more, it's awesome. I love people that follow. But really, the follower numbers don't matter as much. It's how many people come to you consistently. But I was just having trouble hitting that 50 follower mark. I was like stagnant around 30 or 40. And I was basing how my streams are doing off that. So I'm like, I'm not doing good. I gotta improve somehow. And it had me stuck in a ditch. But now that I'm an affiliate, I can care less how I'm doing. This is a hobby for me, so I really enjoy it, doing it on the side. And I don't have to worry as much about hitting a wall. If I might be hitting a wall right now, I just don't notice it. But I'm glad I don't really care about it too much. Because right now I'm going to college, so that's all I gotta worry about. Yep, they did a great job with the analytics. They totally did. They did a great job with analytics. And then if you wanted to, you could just export those analytics and have someone take a look at it. Compare analytics pretty easily. It's a nice thing. Sanitize the stanky leg. See, that sounds like it's like euthanizing the stanky leg, which is not what I'm suggesting. It's a proper dance move that everyone should learn how to do. Right, I'm learning learning what to pay attention to and what to care about. Exactly, yeah. And most of the time, I'm gonna say, Jub, I use you as a model for some of the things I do. I can't think of any examples right now, but I use you as a sounding board, I would say, for some of my ideas. And I usually, like a lot of time, I'm discussing what I'm doing with Wasabi Tonic. He's usually lurking around. So the ideas I have for my stream, I'm like, you know, I want to do stuff more like Sky in the sense that I want to do this aspect, or I want to do stuff more like Jub in this aspect. And a lot of stuff, especially also Wasabi, we try to emulate some of the people that we think are doing super well, in the sense that it's a good stream. Like I stream Corruptions, but how do I stream Corruptions in the sense that they're enjoyable to watch? And how do I talk to the audience in the sense that it doesn't get dry after a while? And I'm trying to emulate a little bit of what I do off of your content. Hopefully that's more of a humble thing than it is more of like a copy thing. It's good quality is what I'm gonna say. It's cool to see Jub. It totally is, in a context where they aren't rapid fire memes. Your channel is so intense. It's intense in such a good way though. It's like, it's an experience. That's how I've always described Jub's channel too. When I'm about to like host him, I'm like, okay, we're gonna go see Jub. And if you didn't know, his channel in general is just a cool experience, and I recommend hanging around for a couple minutes and just seeing what it's like. And most people do. I mean, they love it. It's good content. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah, dude, totally. Glad I could finally come and hang out with you for a bit. I know, right? I was always saying, like, I feel bad Jeff's never come by, but I know you're busy and you usually are streaming around this time. I know it wasn't anything against me. Anyways, we got the stanky leg. Now we can run around with that every once in a while. If he needs to break that out, he can feel free. It's an experience. You got hooked. It's kind of like I shouldn't say it's an addiction. That's too far. You should never say you're addicted to the Jub. That would consist of like constantly forcing biddies. I can't even say this out loud because I got people around me. An addiction to Jub is forcing the biddies to the titties. That is my rhyme. And I'm sticking to it. Did I even type that right? There you go. I think I typed that wrong. Anyways. Yeah, nothing personal to anyone. I want to hang out with everyone. Oh yeah, no, I feel that. It's hard to make some hours. Like, before this stream, I want to check out... I had Spagooler's stream open, and I had Pumpkin Pirate's stream open, and I had to watch... I was watching both of them because I really wanted to check out both their content. And just my hours are so bad. Usually I'm in class, so it's kind of tricky. This one, he's stuck in a bookcase. So it's tricky, but I know everyone appreciates it. Appreciates the support every once in a while, even if it's for a short amount of time. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. You always get the kindest things to say about me. I mean, shoot, you always shout me out whenever I join the channel, and shout out the corruptions, which is hard to talk about. Like a lot of people, when they mention like, oh, there's this guy, TechSupport, who does corruptions, and people are like, what's that? And they're like, you know what, I don't even know either, you might just need to see it. And people are like, yeah, whatever. But then you see the head roll and the Jimmy smile, and you know what's going on. Sounds terrible, by the way. Never feel obligated to watch. Yeah, no, I almost phrased myself badly there. I shouldn't say obligated to watch. I was excited to watch both of them at the same time. And I wanted to make sure I hit both of them, both you guys at the same time. But then my time was so limited because it was also like 11 o'clock. I'm like, I gotta stream now too, so I was like, shoot. I do? Hey, thanks, man. I try to corrupt when I can. And lately I haven't been doing too many corruptions. I haven't been touching on too many Wii corruptions either, so it's fun to do Wii, because Wii corrupts super well, as opposed to GameCube. I keep coming back to this one because it's head rolls, but it sounds terrible, so maybe I don't want to sanitize it. The nice thing with Wii is we can just go to a full intensity, which I just hid because of this window. You can max to this intensity all the way to the top and we won't crash the emulator. You just keep hacking at it and see what you get. Like, this actually runs! Oh, but it almost kind of broke. Okay, let's mute the stream audio so you don't hear this awfulness. I'll just listen to it. If you dropped your disc in a ditch and stepped on it and then picked it back up and give it to your little brother Johnny, this is what it does. At least it still plays. You might be like, what's wrong with my save? And you could just say, I don't know, man. I didn't do anything with it. But you're just fun and good to chat with. Hey, dude, thank you. I'm trying to get better at chatting. I'm usually... I think I said this to Spagoolers. Oh, that sounds so bad. I'm glad you guys can't hear that. Ah, nope, it's still bad. Okay, it's good again. Ah! His shoe's breaking. Physics. My ears. I'm usually an extremely shy person who does not talk very much. I usually... I don't talk at all. I was talking to Spoilers with this, and usually I like kind of put on a mask where I don't talk at all. I just get through school, and then I come home and I hardly talk at all. Streaming is having me come out of my shell a little bit, talk to people, which I really like. I've never been like this, so it's kind of cool to do. I really like it. It's changed a lot of me and how I act these past couple months that I've been doing it. And now I have the cam too, which usually I don't do the cam, but hey, I like it. And you get to see the face. I met Sparky off a random raid that you did. You did meet me off a random raid, and I always kind of wondered about that. I'm like, huh, I wonder why you raided me. I wasn't sure if you had seen me before and you came back, or if you just kind of found me. I used to love raiding randoms in Retro, which I don't do too much anymore. Yeah, I usually don't do too much anymore. I would always feel bad when I would like raid someone and they wouldn't see it for like 10 minutes, and then maybe they'll say, oh, thanks for the raid, dude. My man, like, I can't thank you for saying hello, but like, talk to me, man. But no, I shouldn't be obliged to. I'm kind of on the fence about it. But then you realize what you stumbled into. I forget what we were corrupting the day you stopped by, but it was a good corruption stream, so I think I hooked you in with that. And Big Shoe. Same thing with me, Sparks, man. I wish I was never this... I know, right? Never this open or content. And it's a cool thing to do. It's a cool thing to experience. Like, people come and they see the content that you put out and they enjoy what you do. And generally, that's how you become a good speaker at certain things, is you're good at what you do. If I talk about video games, which is something I'm going to school for, in a sense of programming, I can usually talk at length with that with someone that is enjoying what I'm talking about. And I really enjoy that, and I can do that for maybe hours. But when I'm talking to, I don't know, someone I'm working with, I don't really have that connection, and Twitch kind of brings that together, where I'm talking about something I care about, corruptions in the sense, or the games I'm playing, and I can do it, say, in front of a camera, or at least to the microphone, and you get better at public speaking in general. I don't know. It's a good experience. I like it a lot. Wind Waker. It was Wind Waker. Yes! And I did that stream specifically because Sky Coasterman was starting Wind Waker, and he requested me to corrupt it once again, and I was like, yeah, I can corrupt Wind Waker. No problem about it. Which I remember Wind Waker stream... I keep having a little bit of burps on this. I remember Wind Waker corrupted extremely well because I had corrupted it previously, so it was a good stream because of that. You think the first one you saw was Chamber of Secrets? Really? That was your first corruption stream? That one was a real fun one too. I still reference that every once in a while because that corrupted super well. Around the midpoint, where like they started having the big heads and the like cavity teeth. That was a very good one. My favorite game to corrupt, which is a lost stream, is Lara Croft for the GameCube. Lara Croft Legends. That game corrupted so damn well, but midway through the stream, my mic cut out. And I was using software called Voice Meter. I don't recommend that software to anyone because it's such a terrible piece of software. But midway through, my audio cut out, and the entire stream is just like cutting in and out audio, and it sounds awful, and I decided not to upload it, so I'm gonna corrupt it again at some point. I just want to forget the corruptions I created, so it's like a new stream to me. I'll do that at some point. Well, it's exactly Sparks. The more you stream, the better you get. It's true that. I'm also kind of slow at keeping up with chat, but I'm trying to get better at that. Can't wait to finally get a real corruptor happening soon. Oh, computer. I was like, corruptor. Now I'm just seeing corruptions in my in my text. I know, I can't wait for you to get a new computer, dude. That's gonna be so exciting. Pumpkin Pirate! Dude, what's going on? We were just talking about you, dude. How you doing? Good to see you. Another fantastic Filthy Casual and also super fun streamers as well. Fun host. Pumpkin Pirate has the best personality. This guy is so fun to hang around and he does the coolest content. Go check him out. I highly recommend him. Did I give a shout out? I can do a shout out. I should do that when I get hosts. Pumpkin Pirates. I hope I spelled that right. Yes, I did. As long as the API works. But go check that dude out. I was just watching him play some Gran Turismo before the stream. So fun to watch. Also gave me nostalgia because I played, I think GT 2000 on a demo disc or dual disc with Jet Set Radio Future, one of my favorite video games. And those two games, while Gran Turismo was in exactly that game, it gave me nostalgic vibes from it. It was a good stream. I enjoyed feeling that again. But what's going on, Pumpkin? Hope you had a good rest of your stream. We're doing a little bit of bully corruptions here, which is super fun. Having a good chat along here as well. That's Jub's lawyer, if you didn't know. Jub has a representative of the court for all of his various shenanigans. He calls Pumpkin, Pumpkin's like, you know what, I'll be right there, don't worry about it. And yeah, certified lawyer. I don't know if he's outsourcing, but if he does, hit me up. With this one we're gonna call, did we sanitize this? I didn't actually check. Oh, no we didn't. Wait, yeah we did. I thought we had this. Is it this one here? Does he have the Bigfoots? No, we never got the Bigfoot. See, I'm slow with this. It keeps you out of trouble. I can only begin to imagine the trouble that Jub gets into. I'm actually kind of excited to see some of that. I imagine we'll see it when we get the new computer. And some of the stuff that you were talking about with that new computer, man, I am so excited for you. Dude, cannot wait. Especially some more of those dual streams. Pumpkin Pirate, me, and Jub, and a couple other people from Filthy Casuals, or Jub's community in this sense, we were playing Rocket League. That was so much fun. Oh my god. I was talking about that with Pumpkin a little bit earlier. The best goalie, Pumpkin Pirate here. Gotta clean my filthy enchilada plate. Satisfaction. Filthy enchilada plates. You know, I would actually like some Filthy Casual plates that are just the globe, and you eat off those. That'd be kind of cool. And fixes my spaceship. You got a spaceship, man? What? Heck yeah, Rocket League was great. I want more stuff like that. I don't know whether it be Rocket League specifically. My hours are kind of weird, so I might not always be able to hit those streams. By the way, community streams, those are fun to do. Like, even if I'm not streaming it, I just like talking to you guys. The options will be endless. True that when you get the new computer. And yeah, you were saying you passed out when you get the tacos. You like came in the chat, you're like, I'm back, and then you just disappeared. I'm like, oh. Yeah, a little bit of a food baby, a little bit of a food coma. Yeah, gonna try some this week. Gotta try some tacos this week? Gotta get that food coma right after I eat it. Globe is a bad shape for a plate. Is it? Like, if you have like the little planets on the globe, it might be a little weird because you're eating off the planet. All your spaghetti will fall off. And also, if it's a globe planet, like, it's gonna be flat, so you have that problem, right? Where is our foot? There's our foot. Yeah, Jub, if you have any more ideas for various other group community streams, I'm curious. Especially with that new PC, like there's some cool stuff you could do with some co-op. And I feel like most of the people in your community are pretty relaxed when it comes to, like, you know, being able to join the party if they have to wait their turns, stuff like that. People were pretty alright that night. I know with bigger communities you kind of have to worry about people maybe getting angry if they don't get a turn, or getting frustrated and getting angry on stream, stuff like that. People seem to be pretty chill for that, so that was definitely a good testing the waters in a sense for future content of that sort. Totally forgot about the flat earth, my bad. So what is it we're doing here? We're corrupting Bully, so this is Bully for the Scholarship edition on the Wii, and what we're doing is, you can see this window that we have open. we have a bunch of memory writes that we're sending to the ROM itself in the form of a blast layer. And what we're doing is we're slowly removing some of these memory writes to create a corruption effect. One of them, in this sense, blows up Jimmy Hopkins' foot, and I want to sort of get that corruption and put it onto my stockpile. And I'm slowly sanitizing in a sense to get that one effect. With that, we can have a bunch of different corruptions all put together for interesting effects that are added to the game that weren't normally there, essentially. That's what I'm doing. Corrupting the game. You didn't seem too bad in that regard. Oh yeah, didn't seem that bad in that regard. I was gonna say, I wasn't too angry at the stream. I might have got a little angry at those Rocket League cars. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Roar was killing it too. I had never seen someone that good except for in competitive, which I usually get killed in competitive. So he was on par with those people. I felt scared. I know, right? That foot, it's like rolling and contorting itself. And we're figuring out the crossplay stuff too. That's true, crossplay is something we still have to worry about. And props on for Rocket League for having crossplay available. Like, that just makes things so easy in the end. And they have their own system for it, their own ID system. Very quality. I like the way they did that. And I wish more developers... It's not always developers either, it's not like... The Rocket League team might have pushed for crossplay being available and making sure that all platforms were accepting of that. Sometimes it could be the publishers themselves that sort of deny that availability. Yeah. Plus it was my first time playing in like 6 months. Oh, that's right. I remember you saying it was kind of like you're getting used to the groove again. But you're pretty good, so it's definitely enjoyable. And mad props to Rocket League. Mad props to that. Then Fortnite. True with Fortnite. I haven't played a lot of Fortnite, so I don't know how well the crossplay is. But I've heard good things. We're gonna call this... What do we call this? This is like... Foot Botox is what I'm gonna call that. Which is a bad word for it. A bad name for it. I'm not the best at naming things. I will say that repeatedly whenever I come up with a bad title. This one, he's kind of like just stretching out his foot. Now with that single memory write that we have on the Blast editor. So right here, we're writing to our memory 82089461 randomly memory address. I'm slurring my words together. At that location, we set a value in hexadecimal 43 followed by a bunch of zeros. And by re-rolling the value that we're sending to that memory address, we get different effects out of this corruption. In this case, I just re-rolled it. And let's take a look at the most recent item. Now we're sending 3C to memory, but when we look at his foot, it looks perfectly okay. And that's because we have a different value being sent to memory. In this case, we might get different effects out of re-rolling it repeatedly. Sometimes we don't get any effect, it depends really. Sometimes we get more intense effects. It's all on Fortnite if you want to play Fortnite. See, that's exactly the point, isn't it? If you want to play Fortnite. I'm an Apex man. I had never really liked a lot of Battle Royales before that, but nowadays I play a little bit Apex. I kind of dropped off too. I played it at the beginning, I liked it a lot. I'm waiting for Season 1 to come out when they have the tickets. I enjoyed it a lot though. How many other emotes do I have? I don't have a pumpkin emote yet. I gotta get my pumpkin emote. I'm now just spamming chat. Nightbot's gonna shut me down. So anyways, we got foot Botox. Kinda cool on itself, but we want to combine it with something else to create a more interesting effect. Like Jimmy's arms being stretched out and broken into the ground. So that's something else we might keep. And the reroll might be more interesting. I want to screenshot that when we get that. Apex is pretty solid. I'll probably try it again on PC. I think I missed you playing it. I don't know if you played it on stream. Oh, it's surprisingly smooth on Xbox, so that's cool. I haven't seen anyone... Oh no, I've seen my roommate play on Xbox. Which it looks pretty smooth on there. I wonder, I don't think I have a screenshot. If you guys are unfamiliar with Low Spec Gamer, he tries to get games working on just the lowest of low-tech hardware, like as bad hardware as you can get, like those little pocket PCs. And the graphics for some of the stuff just looks like garbage. And I love that kind of stuff, so I watch his content a lot, where stuff just looks pretty much like claymation. So my Apex game looks like just clay, and like... no textures on anything. Like if you look, all the gun models look exactly the same. I really enjoy that kind of content. It cracks me up for some reason. So if I can get a chance, I'll screenshot my Apex game and show you guys what it looks like. I'll put it on one of the Discords, either the Jebel one or my Discord, one of those two. And yeah, I like doing that. So that's how mine looks. I know on Xbox it looks a lot prettier, but I like that kind of stuff. For an upcoming stream after I finish Stranger's Wrath, which is an Oddworld game, I'm going to move on to New and Tasty, the newest Oddworld game. I'm going to make my game look like that, like a awful looking claymation kind of game. Sounds like how you play everything. Exactly, see? In fact, you should take a look into Low Spec Gamer. Let me grab his YouTube because you might really dig it. It gets into the nitty gritty with the configuration settings outside of the default like stuff you can do. You also go to like the configuration file, or you use the NVIDIA profile inspector, and you really get into the nitty gritty for editing those games and getting it to run just on the lowest tech possible. So let me grab his YouTube here. You might be interested. I think he also streams. Oh, there he is. So go check him out. Also, our Wii menu is getting corrupted too. I haven't really looked at this either, but also great. And yeah, go check it out. I hope it will help you out a little bit. He usually recommends like, you can do this to make it look playable and still look okay, or you can take it to 9, as high as the volume will go, and really mess it up. Actually, funny story, I started streaming, my very first like 2 streams, I did that to Skyrim, and I did that to Fallout to New Vegas. And those are my 2 first streams. They sound terrible. I wouldn't recommend listening to the audio because my webcam mic, you know how that is. But those are my 2 first ones. Is I did some low-tech runs, is what I called them. Is that still in my panels? No, it isn't. I used to say I would do low-tech runs where I just made the games look terrible because I thought it was hilarious. And like the face don't have models on them, or they're just like 2 little dots for eyes. It was great. Have you ever corrupted Wii Sports before? No, I have not, but I've been interested to do it. Every time I pull up like Wii games, I'm like looking through the list of ones I might want to corrupt, or I'm looking through my library on the wall, I should say. And Wii Sports, I keep like glancing over. I'm like, maybe I'd have to put a me into the game or use one of the default ones. So I think that's the only limitation that I'm wondering about. I think the default ones might be doable. But it's definitely on my list. In fact, I might even put it... I have my 2 stream list, where I still have one of your suggestions, Jub, which is Doug's big game. I might get to that at some point. Recently, Wasabi told me to stream the Telltale games, crop those. Those are going to be nice, I think. I think those are going to be super good. But let me put Wii Sports here. That's a good suggestion. I have a Wasabi Tonic me that I've been creating that I usually use in my corruption streams. So we'll see if we can get Wasabi Tonic in there, doing some Wii Sports. Also, look at our hand. Just turn the casuals into me's. If anyone would be interested in filming Tamagotchi Life, that is a fantastic idea, and you can take this idea away from me, Jub or Spagoolers or anyone. Film yourself making or playing Tamagotchi Life with the members of the Filthy Casuals. I bet that will just take right off. If you were able to model those people. I did it for a corruption stream once, and it was a lot of fun. I did it with Sami Tonic and a couple other people, but I couldn't really model them too well. I did the old Game Boy Advance version, but playing Tamagotchi Life, that would be so fun. And people would love it because they're like, oh, how's my me and Tamagotchi doing? Did he get married to such and such? You can make a series out of it. People will love it, I think. It's a very short game. I should play it again sometime. If you do play it, before I stream it, I'll be sure to check that out. I'm sure I'll see it regardless. I'll still be in your stream. But, they make Tamagotchi games. Oh yeah, Tamagotchi games are so fun to watch. If I can recommend a streamer, Vinesauce, if anyone's unfamiliar with the Vinesauce stream, he streamed a very long-running Tamagotchi series. Let me see. I'm gonna spell it wrong. They had a 3DS version, I think was a good one too. Tamagotchi Games DS?
You suck, man.
I was hoping there would be a name for it. How about I search Tamagotchi Game Boy Advance? I don't know if that's a special name or not. Oh, that one's just called Tamagotchi for the GBA. Yeah, if you look around for it. I think there's a 3DS version that'd be the ideal one to play because it's the most recent and updated, and you got a lot of stuff you can do. But it's fun to play. It's kind of like... It functions like The Sims in the sense that you have all your people that you make, and they're in their world. but then it has its own kind of special way of dealing with them in the sense of Tamagotchi, where they're like, I want soda, so you go out and buy them soda, and you give them soda, and they have their own like little interactions. It's a lot of fun. Count Vamps, what's going on? Thank you for the 95 bits, dude! So awesome! I also love the like little gravestone. Why is my graphic not updated to that? I wish that was updated. I gotta change that. But dude, how's it going? We're Corrupting Bully, which is super fun, but thanks, man. Always appreciate the support. Count Vamps has a super cool stream too. He is streaming retro as well. I'm gonna shout him out. Shout out Count Vamps, who not only has an amazing name, but also has a super cool stream with like blood points, where you get points for watching his stream, and you can utilize those blood points to like have him make a drink or like play a game that you want. Like there's a lot of cool stuff you can do on his stream, and he's also a super cool guy to hang around. Things are good, thought I'd drop by. Well, thanks, dude. Thanks for saying hi, thanks for the biddies. I saw you stream a little bit earlier with, you're doing those like kind of quad streams or like multi-streams with multiple people. What are those? Are those like podcasts, or are those like just kind of hangout sessions with other people? I've been interested to check them out, but I've been kind of slow, and you usually stream when I'm at school or work, so I'm not able to catch them too often. What is that? A little spider hype, oh my god. Hopefully no one has like arachnophobia when they see that. I'm being so slow at sanitizing this, I gotta do this faster. Also, now it's just one arm. Are these individual corruptions? So right arm is corrupted. Left arm is corrupted. They're two different corruptions? What? Alright, we'll sanitize left arm in a sec. Let's get right arm right now. We're turning Jimmy into Spider-Man. Also, Cal Vamps, I miss your Beat Saber streams. I haven't seen those in a while, but those are always super fun. Yeah, we're doing an Aussie podcast. What? I didn't know that's what that was. And we have a guest each week as well. Generally, we have a non-Aussie. Okay, fair enough. They look super fun to watch. I know Filthy Casuals was thinking of starting a podcast. I haven't seen many podcasts on stream in general, and the ones that I have seen, they're usually kind of unique because of how like rare of a category it is, I feel like. Like you might be able to do an IRL or something like that, but people won't catch on. But I'll have to watch one of those. That sounds super fun. Do you guys talk about like pop culture? Well, Aussie stream. Do you talk about stuff that's like Australian politics, or what do you guys talk about? Games? I'm not sure. Almost got this one finished. You'll be right back. Yeah, no worries, Jeff. Okay, we got this one all sanitized. We got his right arm all freaking out when he stands still. So we're gonna call this right arm. Now we gotta grab this left arm, which one is that? What's in one of these? There it is. Okay, left arm was sanitizing slowly. Point systems are cool. I have never found a way to utilize them, but I think the coolest thing is that you have people come by regularly. It's good fun, yeah. I gotta go back to Beat Saber. It's a good fun, right? And it's also good exercise, I think. I've never actually played Beat Saber. I imagine it'd be good exercise. I have a Oculus Rift, but they hate the old dev kits, so I can't really use it too much anymore. Kinda ruined the support for the old ones, so rip me. There's no podcast category, sadly. Exactly, I wish there was. Mostly we shoot the breeze, we have a couple of topics we cover. I imagine you kinda have to keep it like natural. Like I imagine you have a couple topics you're like gonna brush on, but mostly it's sort of ad-lib. Which is there's a certain way of thinking that you have to be able to talk in that sense. But it's cool people that are able to utilize that. Being able to talk on the spot about a subject is a skill I wish I was better at. And I'm getting better at it streaming, but it's taken some work. Generally we have an Aussie topic, a gaming topic, and a tech topic. Oh cool, so you got like the trifecta. The three things that people might be interested in. Then we open the floor to questions for the last part. It's a very good exercise. And it's a cool show too. I imagine like touching all those three things and like having something interesting for each category, opening up to questions. Like it's a good full-fledged show, and especially with the guest topic as well. or the guest viewer. That sounds cool. I'm excited to check that out. And then you can only ever get better at that sort of formats until it's like a full-fledged podcast in that sense. So that's very cool, dude. I'm excited to see that, and I'm glad you're doing something like that. I think I've seen you do it 3 or 4 times, but I'm not able to usually catch your streams very often, so I'm not sure how long it's been running for, but very cool nonetheless. I like when people are able to expand out what they normally do. Like before I started streaming Corruptions, I was just doing Let's Plays, which, you know, Let's Plays are always fun. Lots of people make names for themselves off that, but it's also fun to find something you're interested in, like whether that be a talk show in a sense, or you're just talking about stuff that interests you in that talk show. That's always cool to utilize. I like corruption content because I'm a computer science major and I like messing with this kind of stuff, so it's something I enjoy doing. Stuff like that. So this one I call Spider Arms because his arms are all kind of messed up there. I'm going to re-roll these corruptions to see how we can mess with the arms. So this one's the right arm specifically. We're going to mess with how those pixels kind of get messed up and fly off the screen. And it doesn't look like we have too much control off of it. Oh, this one's not bad. He kind of raises his arm up to get stuck up there. Bring it back up. Come on, Jimmy. No, it's only temporary. Pretty much you mostly ad-lib. Okay, fair enough. Generally we rag on Acta. I'm not familiar with Acta. For not having a beard or glasses. See, those are the 2 requirements, aren't they? I'm growing mine back slowly. Beat Saber does look fun. You're always welcome to drop in. It would be cool to have you on for some corruption chat. I'd like to. I think I'd be way too shy for that kind of content, but thank you for the offer. If I watch them and I feel like it's something I might be able to do, I'll hit you up for that. I'm a very shy person, usually. But it does sound super cool. I hope that, can I say takes off? I don't know if that would... Yeah, I hope that takes off, in the sense that, like, you really enjoy it and you do well in it. My brother just got an Oculus, maybe I'll try Beat Saber sometime. Totally check out Beat Saber. It's gonna be so fun for you, Jub. You're gonna love it. I still can't say if it's exercise or not. I feel like it's exercise. It's a workout when you do it. It's kind of like a, not like a muscle exercise, but aerobic? Is that the right word for it? I don't work out. Or when I do, I just kind of like run and do like weights and that's it. This one... His pants are a little messed up, but nothing I want to keep. Well, actually his like leg explodes. Because one leg is okay, but the other one turns into like an umbrella. Yeah, it does look like a workout. Especially some of the like faster paced songs. Cardio? Maybe that's a better word for it. I don't know the terms. Both Brad and I have beards and glasses. Brad is a retro streamer, like me, and Acta does mostly shooters, but is moving to retro. That's cool. I like that he's also doing both. Beat Saber is good exercise and tons of fun. I strongly recommend it. Alright, cool. And who are you? You were picking on Acta. So Acta doesn't have the beard. And he mostly does shooters. So he doesn't have... Wait, does he have glasses? No, I'm mixing up my people. Game topic, tech topic. Just going through back through my OBS. And you say it's cardio. Okay. What did I say originally? Now I'm confusing myself too much. Anyways, it's funny that the guy who doesn't have a beard and that wears glasses or doesn't wear glasses is the shooter. He's also the youngest by a lot. I don't know how young is considered young. Like, I'm young. I'm only like 20. Hopefully that's like super young. But I guess you should only like be streaming if you're around 18. I guess, can you stream before you're 18? You can't do affiliate. I guess you can still stream at that point though. I'm looking for a good one over here. We have like the tumor in the face again. This one. Also, let's get our smiley face back up here. Alpha's head's freaking out. I'm trying to find one that I like. Because we're getting a lot of like voxel insanity ones. So let me knock back my intensity. That might make it a little bit more easier to find an interesting one. This one, his like eyebrows are knocked down on his face. Head Freak Out is this one. It's kind of subtle. You'd be the youngest if you came on. Well, shit. You could stream but need parental permission. Okay, that was it. And then, for the actual affiliate program, I don't think you can sign those contracts because, of course, you need parents' permission for that. And I don't know if you can provide tax information. Maybe the parent can accept tax information on your part? Oh, that works. Acta is 21, Brad is 27, and I'm 28, going on 29. You guys are still all young, though. I thought, like, older meant, like, you guys are in your 30s or 40s. You guys are all super young. You guys are both 28! Hey! Shared numbers. 29 in August. I'm 21 in June, so I'm coming up. Right when I finish college, too. How about that timing? What month is August? Is that coming up? March, April, May, June, July, August. Oh, you're 2 months after me! Hey! Kinda close. April 2, all around the same time. That's like some summertime, approaching fall, but some summertime birthdays, the best time of the year. I always like my birthday because it was in June, and usually I stopped school in June, like we would stop, like high school, middle school, it would end around that time. So it would be my birthday, then one last week of school, and usually you just like shoot shit for the last week and don't actually do anything. Best week. Love that time. Now college doesn't quite line up, like I'll be doing finals, real quick celebrate my birthday in like an hour time. I don't really celebrate it anyways, but when I do celebrate it, I go out with a friend or something. I got that short hour. Easter Sunday! Wait, you said April. March, April. That's next month! Oh, I forgot it was next month! Oh, so that's like a spring one. Spring going on, summer. I don't know my months too well. But that's kind of cool that Easter Sunday kind of falls around that range. If you celebrate it. I stopped celebrating that, I think, when I was younger. Because I'm not really religious at all, so I don't have that reason for celebrating it. If I had a kid, I imagine I would celebrate it a lot. I said I hope I don't have one. I don't think I have one. I miss those celebrations though. We would always go to, we had like a local golf course that we'd go to, and they had like an Easter Sunday event where they would like put eggs all around the field and they would like fence it off. Now I'm getting a little nostalgic about that. Oh yeah, Big Head Jimmy for half a second there. He's just rolling his head around. He needs an exorcist. If you all did pick a favorite holiday, I'm curious what your guys' holidays are. The best, most wonderful time of the year. I gotta pay more attention while sanitizing these. These are kind of fighting with me. Oh, that's right! Autumn and spring and fall, they don't kind of line up quite right. It's autumn in Australia, we have a massive Chinese festival going around the same time. That's cool! So it's a massive thing in my town. So I imagine around that time of year, probably favorite holiday. I would imagine. Because it's like, it's your time, right? Very cool though.
What are you gonna do, Puke? What are you?
I don't know the continent that much. Country. Continent. One continent is the country. Oh, I'm bad at names. But yeah, we're in Australia. Where are you from? If I were to pull up a map. Don't like pinpoint it exactly though. That's why our stream cycles are kind of way off. I think I originally meant Count Vamps because I was streaming late my time, which is like midday your time.
You're a dork.
That's how I found you. You have the biggest Chinese dragon outside of China? That's super cool, dude. I want pictures. Do you have a Discord, by the way? I forget. If you do, I have not joined it yet. I'm gonna switch to your panels before you can tell me about them. Oh, except my window's slow. Discord, Discord, Discord. Ah, you do. I'm not part of it. Joining right now. Join the Blood Court. I like the name too.
Take that, Nimrod. I didn't want to do this, but you pushed me.
I was gonna say, be sure to post pictures around that time of the year. I'm curious what that looks like. That sounds super cool. Yeah, now you stream on here. It is kind of nice around. That's true. If you streamed earlier, I believe, like around noon when I woke up, I saw you streaming, which would be like early morning for you, I think. I'm bad at time zones too. You guys finally got good internet. How bad was your guys' internet before? Because I remember hearing like stories on Reddit about it. Followed? Hey, look! Networking! Dude, I love networking. Yeah, Count Bams is a cool person. I've been following him for a couple months now. It was one of those, like, just pick someone in retro that is streaming something you like and kind of hang out with them for a bit. It's super fun to hang out. I think his voice got me. You got a cool voice. It's the accent. I like Australian accents. It's about 10 in the morning, and Jubs, thanks, mate. You guys don't need an upgrade. Well, I hope you guys get it soon. I need an upgrade where I live back in California, but we still have good internet in general. Here, I have amazing internet, because it's like a college, so you have to have good internet, and it's like in a big city. So I get like 500 megabytes down and 400 upload or something like that. It's insane how good it is. Which was great for uploading on my other computer when I was streaming on my really shitty laptop. Now on my other laptop, the performance is already kind of meeting it. And I swear the head corruption keeps disappearing, but I keep making little copies, so it's okay. I'm gonna move on from this one. Minus not bad out, near that. Don't have fiber optics or anything like that. Oh, that's too bad. Fiber optics is a godsend, is what I'm gonna say, unfortunately. It's amazing, but I feel bad about it. Australia has worse internet than Ethiopia. Oh my god. You have about a quarter of that. A quarter's not too bad. Like, if you have 100 megabytes, like, that's good enough for streaming, I think. I have a buddy who has about a 5 megabyte download stream, who I keep trying to get to stream in retro. He's actually not good, so he's in the Odd Brew Discord. He can't stream because of how bad his internet is currently where he lives, and I keep trying to give it some, at least give it a try and knock out some hours. But yeah, he can't do it at the moment. At least your stream doesn't seem to suffer from the internet at all. Bams. It seems to be pretty quality. And I think I can pull 720 or something like that, and I don't see any noticeable degrade in quality. Get about 30 download and 5 upload. Was enough, but they upgraded. Oh, okay, I was gonna say 30 and 5. That's pretty decent. I think that was my California upload and download before I switched over to a fiber optics cable. Get around 2.5 megabytes for streaming. Yeah, that does work. It's like, that's pushing the boundary though. Like 2.5, you're getting just about to where I would call it and say an upgrade. Although I am going to use it as an example now to my friend. The 2.5 megabytes. That download or upload? Download. Because he gets like 1.5 to 2. And now he has an example. Oh my god! Look at this one! His face just juts outward at you. I was looking for another, like, horrifying one. That's another horrifying one. I feel like 2 would be absolute minimum, yeah. Like, just at the bare minimum to upload. I guess download doesn't really matter too much when you're streaming. Upload? Does he continue to have it when he walks around? Can we see his face, actually? Oh, so it looks like that's his skin that's being stretched outward. So you can see the teeth. It's just the skin around it isn't really there. He's just sucking the ground. He's like an anteater or something that's just like vacuuming the floor. So that's download. Upload is in the kilobytes. I think upload is the important one though for streaming, isn't it? Because you're me uploading your stuff. when I used to upload to YouTube, I had to leave it all day. Oh man, I feel bad. Fingers crossed it gets upgraded soon. Is it just like the stuff in your local area, like an ISP isn't available? Or just generally Australian internet is kind of meh? That's some solid dentures, right? Some some solid dentures that are like locked in place, bolted in place so it doesn't fall out of his extending face. So we're sanitizing this one out, just getting rid of the unnecessary memory writes. You might barely hear in the background some bad audio. That's an example of something we're getting rid of. And some of the unnecessary face stretchies that we can get rid of, we'll get rid of those. Just to its bare minimum components. That way, we can re-roll it to have more interesting corruption out of it. And we're just getting there slowly. We get 33 memory writes. $17. Mr. Jubbs, do you have any streams coming up in the future that you are excited about? Oh, now the government totally fucked the internet upgrade to save money. That's shitty, fuck. Like, that's the one place I would never spare on. You gotta have internet if you want to be a technological center of any sort. Our other party wanted to do the full fiber, which would have cost more, understandably. But would have taken ages to need an upgrade. Yeah, exactly. Like, fiber your quality for a long time. So in the long run, I feel like that'd be the better upgrade. Hopefully the current party that's in role gets ousted and the fiber wins over in the long run. Especially for like technological growth. Might start streaming Champions of Norath. Ooh. Don't even know what that is. Or some Toe Jam. Toe Jam is super fun to watch. I know I've been watching a lot of Jub play that. I'm sorry, you're Jub. A lot of Sky play that.
I didn't want to do this, but you pushed me.
Ooh, a PS2 title. This looks super cool. I have not played this. I think I remember you telling me about this though, and I watched one other streamer play it. Let's check that out. Give you a fallback. Networking. See, I love that stuff. I'm gonna keep saying I love it. Champions is a hack and slash for the PS2, so it's uncorruptible, or it's not very easily corruptible, but it should still be fun to play. Let's check that out sometime. The probably world turns out they fucked more than the Nets, and sure, Champions Norath is sweet. Yeah, so fingers crossed on that party getting ousted. I'll keep an eye on Reddit, because that's usually where I get my politics from other countries. Okay, we're gonna throw this on the stockpile, call it Face Suck. Should we get a good picture of this? We might be able to find a good picture. We get them like really close. Oh, right there. Yes. Right, screenshot that. Get some Attack on Titan vibes. It's kind of Diablo-ish. Oh, okay. Got it. You sold me on that description. They probably will. Oh, I missed that. The game corrupts itself. See, games that corrupt themselves are super fun to watch, like Oblivion and Skyrim and all this. Todd, you did well. It'll just fuck itself in its own file sometimes. You gotta like back up the whole game and all your saves. No kidding, our current party is up to Prime Minister 3. Prime Minister 3. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, and I feel bad that I don't know the difference.
How about two black
I don't know politics, I'm sorry. Is that a good thing or a bad thing is what I'm going to ask next, though. Last time you tried to play, you got 3 hours in and it wouldn't let you cast any spells anymore. That kind of sucks. And are you playing on original hardware too? Norath is great, but sometimes it just drops the ball so hard. And then it kicks a field goal with it. Oh my god. Well, good to know it's a little buggy. Maybe I should try corrupting it. I can corrupt it using alternative means. So not the various software I'm using around here that makes corrupting super easy, but using an alternative program either like Cheat Engine or Vine Corrupt or Vine Sauce ROM Corruptor, which are inferior corruptors, but they can corrupt PS2 games. But yeah, you play it on the OG stuff, that's cool. I wasn't sure if you emulate that or not. Yeah. I emulate all my games, sadly. I wish I could play them on original hardware. I'd love to be able to. I also would like to do original hardware corruptions, which will take like a PS2 and take some kind of mediator to corrupt the data before sending it to the visual. But I can't do that too much, because I can't afford the components. We got face suck. You wish you can emulate PS... Oh, that's right, the computer. Shoot. Well, hey, you can emulate it coming up soon, though. With the new computer, it shouldn't be too much trouble. I guess your only option is PCSX2, which is the big emulator. I really don't like PS2 emulation. Don't like setting up the emulator. Don't like the quality of the emulations. Don't like the emulation settings. Any PS2 game that's also available on the GameCube, I will 85% of the time choose the GameCube. And, in a way you can run it on your laptop, right? Wait, is your current setup right now a laptop? I didn't know your current setup was a laptop, Jeb, that's crazy! I thought it was like a really old, like, Dell clunker desktop that you would find in like a school or something like that. It's in the corner, and like on the last day of school, they just kind of like took it and they're like, you know what, take it. The Prime Minister is sort of a president of Australia, but they also lead the party, and the party can kick them out or replace them. Oh, so you vote for the parties rather than the people, so it's kind of like impeachment. The party's kicked out 2 of the leaders, so that is a bad thing. That is not boding well for them, I imagine, and probably has not won the favor of their supporters from the beginning. Not like a 2016 $400 Walmart topper. 2016, really? Because that's kind of a new computer, so it's too bad it's not too quality. I know you're gonna get a brand new, like, fresh laptop from the market.
I really should.
What I always did is this current laptop that I have is a junker laptop that someone had, well, to 2018, so it's still like a new laptop, but the screen was broken, and I love replacing components on computers because it's usually pretty easy. Like a screen replacement, it's like 2 screws and a tiny little cable that you plug in, and it was like $500 off because the screen didn't work. They don't know what they're doing, and I got a $500 off laptop. And it's a great laptop. It's got a 1060 in it. It's a Predator Helios NVIDIA laptop with an i7 8th gen. I'm happy. I feel the newness is what's going for. Yeah, that's true. It's got shit specs. Your old laptop? Yeah, I met your old laptop, dude. They're just like, oh, it's new, so charge more for it, which I hate. Hate stuff like that. Like, you can get old... I think my current desktop still has a 1070 in it. And, you know, the new 2080's coming out that people are always hype about. I had a friend building a brand new desktop, and he was kind of scrounging for money, and he's like, oh, maybe I should get the 2070 instead of the 2080. And I'm like, don't even bother with that. Go get like a 1060. You'll notice the difference between like a 1060 and a 1070 and a 2080, but it's not considerable. And like a 1070 will pretty much do everything unless you're really benchmarking, you're processing videos, or you're streaming very intense games, which usually you don't even want to do. You're going to knock some of those quality settings back regardless. So why go for the biggest 2080 graphics card or the newest gen i9 processor? Go for an i7, maybe even i5 if you get a later generation copy. I like building my computers, so I go with that. Is a 400 a decent laptop for you guys? 800 is a cheap one here. 400 Australian would be like cardboard with thick sticky tape. Yes, 400 I would consider to be a very cheap laptop. I don't buy laptops usually, and this one I only got for school because I need to program on the go. Same for my other laptop, the Lenovo. The Lenovo, which does not have a good graphics card, it's all dedicated. It's really shitty, but it had the latest gen i7 processor. Was $1,000. This computer, at retail value, is $1,400. So that's about the limit. Like, $1,400, you're getting into gaming region, I feel like. Now I was gonna get a laptop for streaming, but not anymore. Decent gaming laptops around here, $1,200, $1,400. Jeb, if I can suggest, go for a desktop. You're just gonna get so much better quality of a desktop without having to worry about thermal throttling. That's gonna be a gigantic issue, especially with all the stuff that you have running in the background. Thermal throttling will be a big issue with laptops. If you get a desktop, you can usually get a pretty good fan that will outperform any kind of laptop fan. You're gonna get cheaper components. If you had someone build it, you don't have to worry about getting the retail markup. I usually recommend building it yourself if you can, like it's usually not too difficult. And if you find some kind of part builder online, they will tell you which components will fit together. And I would suggest going desktop if you can, man. Decent gaming one would be about 2,000. My PC is about 1,600. Yeah, I mean, I would say you can even, like, if you pick your parts carefully, You mind if I link what I'm going for? Oh yeah, shoot. Shoot, go for it, that's fine. When I built my first PC, and my second PC, I went for finding stuff on Newegg, because Newegg has amazing deals, and I was waiting on those things. And I waited about 3 months to get the best deals, and I got what would have been like a $2,200 desktop for about $1,500. Like, I saved a lot of money because I waited on those deals, and I knew what I wanted, so I went for that. Lady Vamps, and you built yours, and it's a fun project, especially if you happen to build with someone else. It's super fun to do. I built one of my friends with him and showed him all the components, and it's not too hard. It's like Legos. Like, as long as you know all the components are supposed to work together, which you can usually find from a part build. Like, I know this motherboard and this, I don't know, RAM, you have 2 slots and you put them together, and it's super easy. You know, the motherboard gets screwed to the desktop. If you watch someone, they might even have a build. I think probably the most, like, worrisome part would be seating the CPU and making sure you apply the thermal paste properly, but that's the easy stuff once you get the hang of it. Yours can be about $2,100. That is such a pricey computer. But if you're buying a retail, it's understandable. Like, $2,100 computer, you might be able to build for like $1,700, $1,800, save that extra money. But if you don't have to worry about it and just buy it, I get that too. Like, then you don't have any of the hassle. Your bro's a computer guy, he's gonna build it for me. Oh, so he's gonna build it for $2,100. That's gonna be like a top of the line. I am very curious now if you would link your PC, because I want to see some of the specs. That's gonna have like a brand new processor, brand new graphics card. The laptop though. You got me on the laptop, man. So he's gonna build a laptop? Or did I misread? Did you say it was a desktop at some point? I might have been bad at that. Gotta grab the link. 6 cores, so I'm iffy about cores. Also, I have not been doing anything with the game. I should be doing that. Okay, so it's not a laptop. Oh, thank God, Jubs. I thought you were getting a laptop, my man. I was like, do not do laptop. Like, I know you might be taking it easy, and you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna go laptop, it's easy, it's portable. When you're going for like $2,100, you gotta go the desktop route. Also, go for the 2-monitor route or more. I've got 5 back home. Having more monitors, oh my God, is it a lifesaver for streaming? Count Vamps, I think you have 2, you said. I love having more monitors. Oh, I was gonna say I'm iffy on cores because, I mean, a lot of AMD fans, which I might be stepping my boundaries with this, I might not actually know what I'm talking about, so I should be cautious. I don't know what I'm talking about, that's what I'm gonna say. But I know a lot of AMD fans are always counting how many cores that they have, so they're like, the new AMD processor has 12 cores, and that means it's better than the Intel processor, which only has 4 cores. And that's not necessarily true. You have to double check like the output in gigahertz, you have to double check the clock speed, for example, stuff like that. So people are like, oh, it has more cores. Depends, because you could have all those cores doing less work, or you could have them doing more work. In the sense of Intel, like I have a 4.2 gigahertz processor, originally 3.8, overclocked to 4.2, that does everything I need, and it doesn't matter how many cores I have. I guess it outputs 4.2, that's fantastic clock speed. You'll have 2 to 3 monitors, very nice. I plan on getting a... Oh, you don't have a second yet? Oh, you should definitely get a second. Opening up that second monitor, oh my God, it opens up so many possibilities and it looks amazing. You know what I should do when I'm talking? I should have like an autocorrector that just goes through these and finds something amazing. Should program that. Yeah, getting that second monitor, God, it's amazing. There's your... Oh, you got a PC part picker. Good for you, Jobs. Let's take a look at this. So you got the newest Intel i7 3.7. That's 0.3 higher than the one I bought a couple years ago, so that's very nice. It is 6-core, but that's cool. You got a liquid PC cooler. I'm iffy about that, Mr. Jobs. Liquid cooling is very cool. And is that an enclosed loop? So that's in an enclosed loop, you never have to worry about putting your own liquid in there, which is super cool. I am against liquid cooling ever since my pump broke on my Corsair quality liquid cooler, because I didn't know it broke. And I couldn't hear it because of how quiet liquid cooling is. It's whisper quiet and it's awesome. But how am I supposed to know a pump breaks? Like, I didn't even know until my CPU temperature literally read 100 degrees Celsius. Like, it should have been boiling that water that was going through there. Minus, like, the weird solution they put in there that probably prevents it from doing so. But, man. And I wouldn't have known. I could have fried my processor. Thank God my PC didn't take any damage from that. And eventually out of that, I was like, you know, screw liquid cooling. I could just swap over to like a Hydromaster quality block cooler for half the price and sacrifice a little bit of sound, but it's fantastic. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. It's cool to still have liquid cooling. I'm not knocking you for having that, I'm just making judgment calls. I like the RAM though. Got a solid state. Oh wait, let's see. Are you going for 2 storage devices? Let's see. Yes, you are. Okay, cool. So you have one for your operating system, so when you hit the power button, it starts up like that, and then you have one for your actual games and storage. I'm surprised, so you went for 500 gigabytes solid state. Yeah, I guess that's the pricey part. For me, I always liked having the one OS drive that's like 258 or 200 gigabytes or whatever, super small, just to have the OS, and then I would have like 3 or 4 1 terabyte hard drives, all in a stack or whatever, and then I would put all my games on that because 1 terabyte drives are super cheap when they're hard disk drives. You have to worry about shaking the computer, of course, but that's a small worry. Whereas solid state, like, solid state's pricey. I can't afford that. It's cool still have it. Probably gonna switch the G card to 2080. That is some insane performance. Good luck on that, sir. It'd be nice to have a Streamlabs window. It would be nice to have a Streamlabs window. True that. Also, Mr. Count Vamps, if I haven't suggested this to you, I highly suggest it. And also to you, Jub, I don't know if you could utilize this. If I can get the link to it. On Top Replica is a piece of software that I use every single stream, pretty much. It just takes a window that you can focus on and puts it somewhere else, and if you click off that window, it won't be minimized as something else. So for example, I have a full screen game, and I want to click on that game, but I still want my chat window to still be visible. I can copy my chat window, put it in a corner, and then leave it there, and I can still click on my game without that chat window disappearing. I can add opacity to that chat window, I can resize it, I can move it around, I can minimize it. Very nice, and it's very useful, so I use that for everything. Anyways, that was an aside. Let's see. Probably up the SSD some more. I would even switch it to an HDD if I would recommend, because then you can cheap out on some of the. You can make cheaper decisions on the memory. You could have a couple terabyte hard drives and just have a lot more space in the long run, instead of spending more for like a terabyte SSD would be $150 or something like that. They're expensive. You're gonna do a 1060 GTX Turbo. 1060, like, they're still quality. I wouldn't say no on that. And getting at least a 1070 for sure. Oh yeah. At least a 1070, I recommend that. What's your current GPU? I didn't actually see that.
Stick it in your ear.
You got 1070. I mean, that's still, 1070 is still quality. Like, you're not sacrificing too much with that. Due to your lifesaver, that's the major thing you're looking for. Yeah, that is the best software. It's exactly what I was looking for. And it is just, it's seamless. It works every time for me. I love it a lot. Play around with it. It's a cool one. Actually, this might be useful for later. Misfits has been trying to find a way to reach chat. I'll link that to him. He was lurking in my chat last night. I showed him it. He might need help using it, so if you happen to use it before he does, he might want to get a little assistance with that. But yeah, it's an awesome way to reach chat. I know a lot of people, when they start streaming, they use their phone and they like put it somewhere and they leave it always on. Kind of works sometimes, but also kind of doesn't. So, on Top Replica, a very nice piece of software that I like a lot. Also, look, Jimmy's bashful. he's kind of rushing into things a little fast. I keep telling him, like, he was saying he wasn't sure if he wants to get a webcam. He said he was gonna be a little nervous on stream. I was like, don't worry about the webcam, man. He was saying he was worried what was it? He wanted a way to be able to talk to chat, but still just wanted to stream for like the first time to knock the hours out. I'm like, just knock the hours out, man. Don't even worry about, like, if you can't talk to chat, it's cool. Like, he thought, you know, you had to lure people in, you had to keep them interested the entire time. Like, what you kind of have to do. But if you just want to knock the hours out and just get through the workflow, like, right when you're getting started, I'm just saying, knock out the hours. Don't worry about chat too much. Like, that can even inhibit you if you're constantly looking at chat. I've got buddies who are always looking at how many people are watching them at that moment. Gotta watch out for that kind of stuff. But he's excited, yeah. And I do get that, too. And, yeah. He's even thinking about having my foot ballooned to 5 times its normal size. Right? He's just got a... Oh my god, it does, like, explode there for a moment. Yeah, he's just gotta get used to streaming. That's the only thing. And then once you get in the swing of things, then you kind of get a feel of the workflow. You don't really have to talk it over anymore, you just kind of fall into your habits, in a good sense of the word. That's, yeah, the best recommendation I've ever been given, and it's what I usually recommend other people as well. And you just turn off viewers. Can you turn off viewers? Like, I have my other laptop open so I can keep an eye on like how the stream looks, and like chat sometimes if my main OBS window doesn't work. Did I talk about this in the stream? There's now an OBS Twitch integration, so now I can read chat from the OBS window directly. I don't have to worry about opening up a separate Twitch window. And now I don't even see how many viewers are viewing me on my main screen. If I want to glance on the other one, I can, which I try to avoid, because you can't watch that viewer count. What I've been wanting to do for a while is do some programming, because I'm a programming major and I hardly ever do any programming outside of school, sadly. So I'd like to program stuff either for my bot, or a bot itself, or just stuff like that. I haven't got around to it, but I'm trying to think of some ideas that I could program. Best thing to do is just pretend you've got viewers and talk. Exactly! Just talk as if there's someone listening. Actually, I find the best way is just talking out stuff that you're doing. Actually, you're probably gonna say this, aren't you? And talk through things like you're explaining it to someone. Exactly. If you click on the eye of the viewer count in OBS, it hides the number of viewers. Oh, I actually don't have that at all. I don't have that in my OBS. Although I use OBS Studio. You might have Streamlabs OBS. I use the Chitty Chatty client. I turn off the count. Chatty client. I don't know the Chatty client. Either way, I don't have the view count regardless. And either that or I turn it off like day one because I didn't want to see that. But yeah, just explaining it. When I first started off with the corruption streams is I just explained how to do corruptions, which is super fun. I explain it like in a tutorial sense. Yeah, I don't do that as much anymore, I just talk in a general sense. But if there's no one there, I mean, just use it as a sounding board. Use it as a way to talk to yourself. Maybe it will help you figure out some stuff that you want to talk about. And sometimes just putting stuff to words will formulate stuff in your mind that's kind of, yeah, if you kind of get where I'm coming from. It will bring ideas to fruition, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to figure out what this idea is. What do we call this? I'm going to call him Bashful Jimmy. Oh. Yes, Studio doesn't have the default numbers anymore. I don't think they do. Now with the Twitch integration, it's somewhere, but I'm not looking for it. You've got Streamlabs, okay. I don't use Streamlabs. I think you were the one who uses Streamlabs more than anyone I know. Pretty much if no one's around, just narrate what you're doing. Yeah, actually. Just do your best Morgan Freeman impression. I'm gonna wait till people aren't here until I try that. Oh, anyway, so we got Bashful Jimmy. We should re-roll that one. Let's see if we can mess with his foot a little bit more. Actually, not so much. Oh, this one, he just kind of has, like... his foot just gets really large, but it consistently gets large. This one's a little broken. Too much out of that one. Alright. Let's do some big corruptions again. Using XSplit. Oh my god. Nope. Loud. Ah! Okay, better. Using XSplit before Streamlabs, and you agree with job. XSplit, that is... Do they have two plans? They have like a monthly and then a one-time payment? Or is it only one time? Because I saw... We're doing too big of an intensity because we're just breaking the game now. I thought they had a one-time payment for like either a permanent license or a year license, and it was like 120 bucks or something like that. And I was like, it's a good price of what it was normally off of. But still, God, I couldn't afford that price. I know a lot of people love it, and I know it's a good software, but still like OBS, even though it is a little clunky. Use XSplit for your first 8 months. Every time an alert would happen, my stream would crash. You're joking! Oh my god! Most XSplit shit is free, because fuck them. And XSplit was like born out of fruition of... Look at his arms. Of OBS. They had like a nice little blurb on the XSplit website how like XSplit was... Let's see if I can find it. Why XSplit and OBS. No, I'm not gonna be able to find it. On the XSplit website somewhere, they talk about the difference between the two and how OBS came first and how they took from that idea or something like that. It is the CPU jug, though. You tore on the face of the game and it screamed. It's a very good description. There's a free version, but it basically has nothing. Then it is monthly or yearly. And I think they had a lifetime. And the lifetime, when I saw the deal, it was like, it's normally $600 or something ridiculous like that. And then like it was $150 off, so I was like, do I really want to drop? That can't be right. Let me look up the actual numbers. Lifetime, XSplit, license. Okay, yeah, not... Oh, they don't even have a lifetime. Oh, they do. $200. Okay, so I saw it was maybe like $100. I'm like, I cannot afford to drop $100 on a streaming software that I haven't even used yet. And I didn't know they had a free version at the time. That would have been helpful to know. But $200, that one. It's still $200 to this day, so you gotta go buy a full version for that much. No thank you. I like OBS and I'll take the clunks. And I have my own like little stuff that I work around with, like this window up here. Like they might integrate this themselves where I can just like take a screenshot of something on the main window and throw it somewhere else. But I can also just use Paint. Paint.net or Paint itself. Pfft, does everything I need. I ain't worried about it. A little bit extra work, but hey. Other than terrible audio, which I'm now going to mute for the stream, this is kind of beautiful art. It's like an ocean with a moon and stuff like that. Okay, audio's good. You like Streamlabs, it's got its charm. I have my opinions about Streamlabs, which I said before you got here, Count Bams. My only arguments for it, it does have charm. I would say some of the charm is a UI that I'm not favorable towards, but it has its own kind of cool stuff. It does some stuff very well, and I definitely use some of Streamlabs stuff, like the chat window and the events list and stuff like that. Like, they have some cool components for sure. Beach Bully. Yes! Beach Bully with a beautiful artistic... I want that on my wall someday. So we've had some very pretty corruptions that I like. Like, I like the Clown Vomit ones, or I like the ones that look like modern art pieces, because, hey, maybe I'll just print it out and put it on a wall. If I ever have a main studio or something like that. Yeah, it's just mostly the UI thing. And I think that's about it. Like, otherwise... And what does it have that OBS doesn't have? Actually, it has a lot that OBS doesn't have. I should rephrase myself. That also sounds like that ET game that... Let's go back to that. That ET game for the... NES? SNES? That, like, found up in a landfill? Oh, I can't repeat it, though. Oh! What? We got running shoes. I get that, the UI pisses me off sometimes. Okay, I'm glad you agree with the UI. Oh, it's for the Atari 2600. I was wondering, like, NES seems too modern for it. It was kind of lackluster in that sense. But you're used to it now? Yeah, I imagine it was just, like, something you had to get used to after a while. And use it as your daily driver. I'm trying to figure out what's going on over here. This part. What is that noise? Oh. If you use it as your daily driver, then eventually you get used to all the quirks, which is why I like OBS Studio so much, because I've gotten used to all the little quirks. And also why... Where's my Android? Oh, my Android's on my bed. That's also why I like Android. Some dripping water. So it sounds like we're swimming. Or there's just water in general. What a weird death sound. It's like the death toll. Oh wait, jump! Are you still here, by the way? I forgot to do something. I just remembered too. Shoot, I gotta get better at that. Knocked out. Okay, well, it's not doing it now. I'm gonna leave this be.
That window's been broken 6 times this week. Figure.
There's the broken legs again. Oh, we can actually kind of clip out the wall a little bit. Oh, jump. Okay, cool. So, something I forgot to do. So when I get subscribers or followers or stuff like that, I'm getting kind of bad and slow at this. I gotta get better at it. But let me pause the game here for just a quick sec and switch scenes. I'm gonna grab some water. But in the meantime, I have a nice program here called Algo Music that I use for some of my music that I use on stream, as opposed to having copyrighted music. I like to use an algorithm that takes a string as an input, or a name in this case, and produces music with that individual's name. So in this case, we're going to take our most recent subscriber, Mr. Jub himself, and input a string into our algorithm and play a song based on his text. So essentially, this is the Jub's song. And we're going to play that right here. I just got to type in his credentials. Give me just a sec. And make sure I get the case sensitive right. Uppercase Jub, lowercase Jub. Cool. Alright, now I'm going to take a quick water break, but please enjoy Jub's song. I like the build up a lot. I heard it a little bit before I grabbed water. It's got like a very... what would you call this? It's not like a creepiness. It's like a build up. And it's also kind of weird in a good way. I like with a lot of these songs, people have found their own kind of meanings or how they liked them. It's like scary, but not exactly. It's some mysterious cave, exactly. Like, I feel like this is going to be playing as you're entering the Jub cave. I feel left out, I only have my emotes, oh, I'm sorry. It's mysterious, exactly. Waiting for the drop, this is dubstep. And it's gonna be somewhere in there. This will play non-stop forever, so maybe it'll be in there at some point. It sounds like something out of a LucasArts adventure game. True that, it absolutely does. It's cool, like everyone's name has something like a little bit different. Also, what's going on, Brisby? I didn't even say hi to you. Hi, Brisby! How are you doing? So very cool. Thank you, Mr. Jump, for having us have this amazing song, and thank you for subscribing as well. I love the support, man. Also, go check out Jub. He's, I mean, hands down, cool streamer. Done it in retro for a long time. Very awesome individual, and his streams are just a cool experience. So go check him out. He's off today, but he'll be on tomorrow. And let's switch back to... It's starting to build up like pace too, so I didn't want to stop it right away. It's getting more intense as you're like getting close to Jub's big titty, which you're about to go fight. This is what all those little fighters hear before they go to attack the boss, and they know they're gonna die because the big titty is just ruthless in its attacks. This is the song that they hear. Anyways, I'm gonna cut that, but very cool. That would just keep on going. What? Oh, a mustache plumber. Mario himself.
Granny's always talking about weird stuff. She's pretty smart though.
Granny's always talking about weird stuff. I tweet that damn boss so much. You really haven't. I've yet to even see anyone beat it. Not even once. I'm looking forward to the day. I hope someone, like, if it happens, it gets clipped, because it will be like a 1 to 150 times. It will be a reckoning day. We're gonna mess with our starting address again. I'm gonna bring that all the way to 0. It happened one time? Oh, I missed that one time. Shoot. I was hoping I would be there on the one time because usually when like someone instigates it, I always join it. Ooh, no. I don't know how, but literally the one time. And that one time they must have had... It's turning into like a vortex. Oh, it's so loud. I gotta like yell over it. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm trying. I'm doing one headphone. That's why I can't yell. They must have had like 60 fighters on their end too. Like the entire... Everyone that was in that stream chat joined. Nope. I'll play it a little bit, but really low. Because it kind of sounds like music. If you can call this music. Also, look at Jim. Oh, wait, let's do that one more time. Can you hear that? You can hear that. Yeah. Oh my god. Let's get Jim sanitized a bit. It's like the song, but bass boosted to 1,000,000. I hope... Is that killing your guys' ears? No one's responded yet. Maybe everyone's just left because how bad it is. Oh, it's back to normal, thank god. My headphones are only slightly damaged. But look at Jimmy! He looks like a fish monster. Oh, we can bring the audio back up. Oh, that doesn't sound like death. Compressor on your stream, people. It's the best thing. Sounds like what the weird dude in Grandma's Boy was listening to when he was making this game. Yes, it does. It absolutely does. A weird dude in Grandma's Boy. Oh! Broke out of the boundary. Audio compressors, right. Very quality. If it wasn't for audio compressors, I don't think I'd be able to stream a lot of my content. People would just jump out as soon as possible. And I gotta turn mine up a little, or turn mine down a little bit. I gotta make it less intense, I should say. Because even with that, I saw it peak a little bit. And my personal audio, like if I really shout like this, like I am now, I see it peaking, so I gotta be careful. But usually I keep it at this kind of median. I might adjust it a little bit.
This is for you.
OBS just got an audio update. Really? I got a new tool. Now we get limiters and left-right balancing. That's super cool. That's awesome because I keep my mic over here, so I might need to adjust my left-right balancing in the first place. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if that is built into the mic. I doubt it is. But that's super cool. Thank you for the information on that. Let me write that down. Put it on this computer. Check out OBS updates on limiter and LR balancing. Thank you for the information, Pumpkin. I'll be sure to check that out. Oh yeah, and there's the tweet right there on the top. Perfect. I feel like a lot of the time OBS updates kind of get swept under the rug. Like I've been telling so many people about that Twitch update that they have with the Twitch integration. So many people haven't heard about that one. I hadn't heard about the one that Pumpkin just mentioned. Be careful of updates. I've seen streamers with audio issues this weekend. Good to know. Okay, that's also very good information, just in case. Usually they release hotfixes after stuff like that, so maybe I'll keep an eye on the next hotfix if I notice I might not update right away. Actually, I think I already did update, so I probably already have this available, I just haven't messed with it. As soon as an OBS update comes out, I grab it immediately. Hopefully I haven't had any audio issues. If I have, someone might have noticed them. Okay, I had to completely rework my audio after that update, but it was totally worth it. Really? I hope I haven't done it. Oh shoot, I am peeking. Now I feel bad. Hide the mic. I haven't tested anything yet, so hopefully my audio sounds okay for the most part. I know it's not voice meter quality, but it sounds alright. After the stream I'll have to check out what's going on. Anyways, we got 3 memory writes left, 2 memory writes, and 1 memory write. Set it to our stash. Very nice. We got this atrocity on screen, and we'll call it Bug Monster. And from there, not your Wii menu, we're gonna reroll this one, so change around what that value is being sent to memory and see if we can change what he looks like. It looks like a ripoff! He has like a unibrow! He's leaning! Why does he lean?
Keep one for myself. You know me big time.
Let's take a good look at him. Oh, he runs so fast! His face is dropped downwards and brought outwards.
Maybe you want some physical. I hate you.
I want to get a good look at your face. Oh my god.
You're about to get hit, jerkhead.
It looks like someone punched him to death and he had like had facial reconstruction surgery and this is what he looks like. Also that right next to the creepy one above are very fitting, however we're gonna take this in a screenshot. A Neanderthal with an inner ear condition? Ginny! Yes, Ginny is a good name. Put that right here. He also runs so fast, I can't control how fast he runs. Look at him run though! Oh, and everyone looks like this.
Imbecile.
Get out of the way, says the nerd, as he like moves his crotch away from us. Call that walking. Look at his glasses too. He can't walk by us. His legs physically can't. He has to walk in like a parallel direction. That's the best run cycle ever.
The Fibonacci sequence is simply beautiful.
Yeah, that's the only beautiful thing in this world. He's so fast too. God.
I might need that.
I love it. I'm gonna call this one Ginny. Thank you for the name, Count Mamps. As a guy who wears glasses, I look through my forehead as well.
Can you just watch me?
Can I grab one of you guys? I'm curious.
Anybody look where they're going?
I'm lucky I got the smart.
Oh, punching. Punching, his entire body shifts into the punch. Here, come here. Let me punch someone.
Salutations.
Let us meld beings as we punch. As glasses can confirm. I punched him out of reality.
Be fronting, yo.
I can't even hit this guy.
I'm sensitive. Leave me alone.
I can really hurt you, you know.
Thanks, Ginny. I love his air splits, right? And you gotta see like inside of his head when he does this. You guys know Ed, Edd and Eddy? It kind of reminds me of like how Ed runs. Like really long leg sweeps and kind of like just at an adjacent angle. He doesn't actually move his body, but just his legs. Oh, love it. All right, let's get one good look at his face. We're going to get a good. There we go. Thank you, Ginny, for being you. Alright, reroll that effect again. This is why it's so awesome to reroll, because you get horrifying things that you don't expect to get. There's that bug monster again. Bug monster was kind of simple. There's a mix between Bug Monster, who had an offspring with Ginny, and created a pool of flesh. That's all I would describe this as. It's too bad he's not too, like, viewable. Like, he's too fast. He's too quick.
Just looking for one of
I'm happy to provide the name. You can't comprehend the true form of Ginny's attack.
Can't you just watch where you're going?
Again, he melts into his punches. So, what creates this effect? I think this effect is like... Also, we ran through the doorway. You failed. You were knocked out. So... We also got back to... now back to the tutorial again. You can see people out here. Something to do with, like, tilting and their speed is affecting how their model is drawn, maybe? I don't know what's going on. It's super cool regardless. We get one more good one out of it. Bug Monster. See, it can't be as intense as Bug Monster. It has to be smaller. However, Bug Monster looks great. And Ginny looks great. Nope, it's just Ginny. Everyone's their own Katamari ball. They're all collecting stuff around Bullworth. Let's go outside as Ginny. I want to see everyone around. It's not even Jimmy, it's just italic Ginny. Oh well, so running. Everyone's italic. What are you holding?
I wonder if I can
The room!
Oh, wow.
Oh, let's look at a prefect. Are they okay? Yeah, they're alright. How creepy is it to run away from them? It's so creepy, oh my god!
Jockstain, you will respect the forward order.
Little tiny him is punching us down! Alright, that's enough of Ginny. The Wonderful Adventures of Ginny.
You suck.
Suck.
You do your best.
Screw you guys.
Handicap. Come on, Pansy.
You can't make fun of me because I'm different. Their chase is terrifying, right? Let's see these guys' chase.
Like that crane?
You get a good look at them. Turning the camera is difficult for me. I gotta do like this. Oh god, no! There he is! Move the Wii remote! I don't even know how to do that! We crashed it. Anyways, The Wonderful Adventures of Ginny. That was great. God, that was a good one. Oh, there's another good one. Two good ones! So this one, it looks like he just kind of raises his hand up, and then it's back to normal. The fighting animation was great. They're just melding together. This one, he just twists himself around. Does he keep doing that? He's like an owl. You can kind of see what looks like a spinal cord when he does that, like around his chest area. Let's see that. Or is that like the fly of his pants? I can't tell. Either way, breaking his back as he's turning.
Hey, look at that dweeb!
Oh, this one. Oh, this one looks painful. Now he's just like... It's not smooth anymore. Now we're sanitizing it so he has to like painfully break it. God. Oh, he's back to normal on this one. Well... There's the face monster one again. Face suck. Oh, two we can mix together. Let's take face suck and mix it with Ginny. Do I regret doing that? Yeah, I do. I really do. Why does he goes so fast though? He wasn't supposed to go this fast. Wait, mix, merge. Yeah, he goes so fast. Shoot. We can mix. What was another good one? Spider arms with Ginny. Merge. Oh, Ginny's the wrong one. That's not the good one. Shoot, we gotta re-roll that to get the good one out of it. I was wondering why he was moving so fast. Oh, okay, this one's weird too. This one's like Pants Monster. His face is attached to pants. He has done the ultimate Bart Simpson sacrifice. He has eaten pants ad infinitum. That's not that phrase. Into infinity. He has become pant. He also walks really slow, which is surprising because of how fast these corruptions normally are. It's just a really thick Jimmy. I didn't say that. That wasn't me. And this one, that's just another like hybrid Ginny. Pants monster. He's wearing a massive fat suit. Oh, this one's sad. Look how sad he is. Let's get a good look at him. Rotate. I can get a good image. Aww. What did someone do to you? Did they hit your face? He can't see through his eyes because his eyebrows are so heavy. Too chalky for speed. Exactly, right? Let's take a good old screenshot of that guy. Put that at the top left.
No, I can't take it anymore. Please leave me alone.
There we go. Oh, you gotta be putting these in my corruption pile. I haven't been doing that. There we go. You're beaten now, Jimmy. Don't headbutt me. Oh, he doesn't have a headbutt too either. If he had like a headbutt fighting move, I think he would get that from like the crazy hobo. That would be an awesome move. He looks like his head is stuck in a hornet's nest. He looks like he's having like an awful allergy attack. His like entire face is puffed up, but he still decided to go around. Oh, everyone has that too. Like just grab somebody, and They're sliding! They're not even standing still!
Why don't you prove yourself?
How intimidating is that? A man with the face of like a potato grabs you and starts sliding without moving any of his legs or anything.
I bet you're really stupid. Yourself.
Come here.
I love
Come here.
mathematics.
For me to show my
Key to
true
the universe.
He's like, stop, man! Don't do it! He's basically has a pillow for a forehead. He does. You do some Mortal Kombat shit with that? Yeah, imagine it must be filled with just like nothing. Like, what if that was muscle and you could just like bash anything with that? Like, break brick.
Didn't have to come to this.
He's the sloth from the Goonies. Yes, he is. Aww. I mean, you feel kind of sad, actually. Poor guy.
I'll revenge.
Oh, we didn't even say that. Gotta save that one. School sloth. We're gonna put that sloth on there. And we still gotta find Ginny because we accidentally messed up that one. This one is an intense sloth. This one's like a lazier version. This one's the sloth's father,
Stick it in
whose
your
mouth
ear.
is like so messed up. Okay, there was still like a good couple out of this one. Ah, there he is. There's our old, friendly Ginny. I gotta save that entry. And Ginny. Okay, now we can mix Ginny with Face Suck, and I was curious what this looked like. So he's still the regular Ginny that's moving his arms around, but his face is also stuck to the ground. And it's not as interesting as I thought because I was gonna say some of the humor is in the face. This one's just horrifying. Cuts to Jimmy taking his own Dutch angle. God. Spider arms, jaw dropping. How about that one? The face suck? Merge. I'm wondering if some of ours could combine together. That one doesn't really work. Portable human. Do that with Ginny. Oh, if we can see his face. No, his face is hidden in his arms. But anyways, we had this one from earlier in case anyone was curious. It's a portable human, all wrapped up and ready for the suitcase.
Go suck on something.
That sounds awful. In case you don't want to play for like a ticket
More people could just educate.
for like another person and you just kind of like really want to get by, you can hide in a suitcase, I guess. That's how you fit in events, exactly. This is how Solid Snake did it.
That's not trash.
You gotta dislocate your legs. That's the only way. Alright, let's do from the top. Let's not do it from the top. Let's stop doing it from the top. Oh my god. Audio. That's also how he fits into a cardboard box. True. This is all just bass boosted. It's so loud. Nope. I muted the audio for the stream. Thank you. I think the devil tried to escape then. Hey, he tried to jump out of the corruption. We put him right back in his place. Yeah, let me clear out the history. Be gone, Satan. Oh, you can't even see me clearing it out. Whoops. There he is. He's gone now. Hidden away behind Sloth's face. You gotta beat the devil out of it. Oh, you had to... I was waiting for someone to do the Bob Ross. Oh, we actually did a hard crash! So this is our second hard crash of the episode, in which case we actually broke the emulator, where we did something we really were supposed to do at all, and we broke something in terms of the GameCube or the Wii emulator. So we're gonna hear some broken glass. There it is. Beat to it. I did! Woo! But I didn't think it was a Bob Ross emote. I should have thrown that in chat. But there we go. Luckily for us, we have save state, so we can just jump straight back in. Oh, I knocked back my intensity. That's why it's not, like, freaking out. You failed. Why? We got that again. I love when we got that earlier. Just you go along and just... Why? Why would you do that? A little Dontron reference there. Why would you do these things? Why? As if Jimmy himself was asking. Our camera's a little messed up. It's all upside down and whatnot.
If I could get her to cyber, I'd be like so cool.
If I can get her to cyber, I would be like so cool. Dang, dude. I don't even... What is going on? I'm trying to like orient myself. There's the chemistry set. We're like boundary breaking a little bit because I can see like outside the window. The scene outside the window, right there, which is kind of neat. The main window is being drawn smaller, as if like there's that like little filter with the HUD on top of it, but smaller.
Latin name is.
Vanilla ice level of cool. You know, what's cooler than being cool?
I love to
Ice
study
cold.
in the library. It's so peaceful, and there are no bullies.
Trish doesn't even know ice remote. You got that right. Nope. Oh, that was kind of a cool effect for half a second. Kinda. And then we got Flirt. 1 RT? Flirt. I like the wavy effect that's only there for like half a second. I wish that would keep going. Broken head. Oh, that one kind of could be cool. This one here. Like, he's gigantic, but it might be like the similar from before where we had the bug corruption, which itself wasn't too interesting, but when we reroll it, we know it's a body modification, and body modifications, when you minimize them, can be super cool to look at. So let's see. We'll mess around with it. First, we gotta sanitize it, though, to that individual component, figure out what memory address are we writing to that messes up this ROM. And once we get that narrowed down, then we can start messing around with it. You notice our camera was freaking out for a little bit there, now it's not freaking out anymore. The audio, I think, was a little messed up. That's returning to us. I can't really tell what he looks like. He looks like his arms are like gigantic. His pants are gigantic. He's just at an angle. Anyways, single memory, right? We got one. Send it to our stash. I'm gonna throw it on the stock file and call it test, just the time being while we're re-rolling it, so we don't lose it. And now to re-roll and see what we get out of this. Lots of light rooms. There's something there. Still nothing to see though, we got knocked out. Just looks gigantic, and I think that's all that this might be. Oh my god! What is that? I was just zoomed out super far. I was like, whoa!
Why Mr. Galloway tell me I wasn't cutting it?
The like transparency halls are kind of cool, and they look like you see their swole arms super far out. Like that guy's flexing up at the top. Those are his palms. The nerd is flexing super far out. We're breaking the camera somehow. I just wish the camera would return to us.
She's like a prophet or psychic or something.
Looks like a bunch of angry pigeons. Yeah, because I was imagining, like, why are they so small down there?
God, I hate you.
You look like a bunch of angry pigeons.
They suck so hard.
Okay, let's see if we can narrow down a little bit more. No birds? Okay, I thought that was specifically, like, to avoid pigeons. I'm like, man, there's some New York people in chat. I can't say that. I know people hate pigeons around New York, though. I like pigeons. I think they're... Like, I'll leave them alone. Like, I don't fuck with them.
A couple of pairs for Mr. Burton. Maybe he'd let me keep one.
As long as they're not, like, stealing from me. Not like seagulls. Seagulls are assholes. And I have those over where I live. Seagulls are fucking dicks. They're like geese. And geese. Oh my god. Geese will steal your food. Seagulls will steal your food. You're trying to have a nice day at the beach? Seagulls have the entire ocean they can eat from? No. Fuck you. I'm gonna go steal your ice cream or your sandwich or whatever. Grab it out of the air. The worst. We have top notches. They're basically crusted pigeons. Never even heard of those before. Top notches. Here's what those look like. Top notches birds. Oh, but they look cute! Wait, maybe I'm not looking at the right thing. I don't think I'm looking. But they're basically crested pigeons. Crested pigeon. They look cute. Even if they're evil. Well, it's elementary school, very close to the beach. I can confirm, yeah, seagulls are freaking assholes. These little kids' target practice, they do! And those schoolyards are just filled with seagull feces. It is the freaking worst. Oh my god. Kids don't gotta be exposed to that. Also, this is purgatory. If you've ever seen purgatory before. The land in between life and death.
Look familiar?
That's super cool. You see how it's like kind of loading in as we walk by
In
it?
your ear.
Like when you walk out of the room, it kind of...
Please don't.
Send Rod a stash, send Rod a stash, send Rod a stash.
Leave me alone.
That button.
You suck, man.
I don't want any trouble, okay?
Oh, this doesn't have a send Rod a stash button? Oh no, now I'm disappointed. Seagulls are everywhere, total fuckwits, true that. Wave some french fries around in McDonald's parking lot gets warm, they do! Just like throw even a couple... I wouldn't wave around, they're gonna fucking bite my finger, little bastards. Just, throw a couple on the ground and they'll eat them like savages. Pigeons or seagulls, shrimpy little cousins. Well, pigeons, I don't feel like they're assholes, they're just kind of like living their life as like... They're rats with wings, which I get. But also rats aren't kind of assholes, like they just kind of live and... Like they'll eat trash if they have to, it's all they got. If you haven't seen, all below my stream are pictures of raccoons. And they will also be possums, because I like possums too. They're trashy animals. And I think it's kind of funny. You never encountered aggressive pigeons. You are right in saying that. Because I think where I live, all the pigeons are kind of chill because they're already fat and they don't really like, they don't want to fight you for the food. Oh, that's right, my emote too. I got the TechSupportSparky emote. We have some raccoons around where I live. Like, I don't fuck with them because I know they're just trying to live and they usually have like kids with them, so I'm not gonna like say, oh, it's a baby raccoon and try to pick it up or something like that. God no. I have bread, I'll maybe toss him some bread or something. Once tried to eat cheesecake, almost had after a seagull. Oh my god. That can't taste good. You would eat it, it would be filled with like plastic and terrible stuff that they eat. It would be awful. Unless you like removed its stomach. There's a reason they're treated as rats in Futurama. Oh, that's right! The owls are! I remember that too. God, why did they hate owls so much? It was... Rats of the Future, I guess. God, I love Futurama. It's a great series. We have magpies in Australia. I'm familiar with magpies. I'll take top notches every day over them. Really? Maybe I don't know magpies. Are they assholes too? What's up with birds and being assholes? Oh, they look like pretty birds too. Man, all these pretty birds are looking like assholes. Red magpies are literally the worst small bird. What's wrong with them? Are they just like loud, or do they just make this sound constantly in nature? I imagine like loud annoying birds would be terrible. And geese are loud and annoying. They literally... Okay, there's like a little message we're gonna have to read in a second. But they propel themselves through the air and they just make like awful honking screeching sounds like constantly. Like and they just look terrible. Let me get a picture of a goose. Just use this as an example. Why did I get... Dolphins are major assholes? Are dolphins assholes? God. This animal is an asshole. He really is. He's the worst. Goddamn geese. Ducks are alright. But geese are just... They are awful, honking. They scream. They're screaming assholes. That is all I have to say on the subject. Oh, I did that wrong. Here. Save that back. Put Jimmy back. I don't think I enjoy a seagull that eats, but you steal my food, you become my food. See? Like, if you're gonna steal my food, that's a very good point. Like, you gotta pay it back somehow, and you're a stupid animal. How are you gonna pay for a meal? You're not gonna be able to go work and get a job. No, you're becoming food. Magpies are aggressive as hell to swoop in, especially during mating season. Really? Little bastards. That deer owes me $5. Deers have been pretty chill where I live, but I know they'll like get into your garden and eat all your like vegetables and shit, which is kind of stupid. Oh, no, stupid. Such loud audio. So they'll eat all your like plants if you don't get them off properly. I guess they're gonna be assholes in that sense.
You suck, man.
Dolphins will pick on other animals in similar Similar to whales and porpoises and fish? That's freaking mean. Also, swimming guys. Poor dolphins. You know, I think I've heard about them being assholes too. Like, they'll just pick on... How do they pick on whales?
Setback.
I know I've read it somewhere. But yeah, I've heard about them being assholes. Look up
Down.
Cassowary. Cassoway. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Look that.
Trouble.
Oh, they kind of do look like dinosaurs. Oh my god. Even, is this a baby one? This one's like a... Why did I look up baby Cassoway? There's like a light colored one here. Yeah, the baby ones look weird as hell too. Jesus.
Here's the school of hard knocks.
Oh, we keep falling into infinity. There's one here I wanted to read. Nope, not that one. The elder knocked out. There's the one. I want to read this. I've heard of those, they're assholes too. Just asshole animals in general. Man. Cassowary. As in be wary around them. Oh, cassowary, as in be wary around them. They're about the size of humans. They're about the size of humans? Jesus. And they will tear you apart. They have raptor claws. Oh, fucking Christ. Are those in Australia only? I hope they're not in the States. If they are, I gotta be worried. The only thing that's like huge that's bird-like that I'd be afraid of are ostriches. But they're not really assholes. Like, I don't think ostriches are assholes. Or emus. Emus is a really good example too. Actually, maybe I was thinking emus. The hell of an ostrich. No, I was thinking of ostriches. Because ostriches are fast. Emus, I don't know how fast they are. But emus are assholes. Other reason not to go to Australia. I'm going to be going out on a limb and your spiders scare the hell out of me. So I'm not going to go to Australia. Because I don't want to deal with the spiders. Like, I can deal with, even just, like, where I live, we have, like, kind of big spiders. And where I live back in, on the west coast for the States, we have poisonous spiders, but they're like little tiny dinky things. I don't have to worry about them. Plus, kangaroos. Kangaroos? Oh my god. Not to say that like kangaroos are going to be everywhere. Like that's a stereotype of any. But like a buff kangaroo like Roger, those things are freaking horrifying, dude. Like how big is this going to be? That's going to be gigantic. But look at that dude though. Look at that kangaroo. Minimize this, make this a little bit better sized. That is one buff kangaroo. That is horrifying. Imagine trying to, like, fight that thing. Jesus Christ. I have a fear of ones like that. Holy fuck, right? Oh my god. There's one where he's, like, flexing. Let me see if I can find that one. This one's Roger, who I think passed away, sadly. This one's, like, the iconic internet one. Poor guy. Look at that guy. Horrifying. Kangaroo's jacked up. Also, what's going on, man? Another filthy casual. Handsome. God. That's a buck. Most kangaroos are pretty docile. It's good to hear that they're pretty docile. But the bucks will kick... Yeah, like the dominant males, they'll kick that fuck out of you if you try to, like, mess around with the other females. No, thank you. God. What else would you say? Welcome to Australia, we have asshole animals. Humans are basically Aussie ostriches. Our government went to war with them and lost! Oh my god! And also, yeah, good to see you, man. Were you streaming earlier today? I think I missed you if you did. But good to see you. We're talking about horrifying kangaroos. Just Roger. That is my only... If I had to say I feared an animal, buff kangaroos are my feared animal. So we're going to return back to Ginny, so I don't have to look at that anymore. There we go. When two bucks fight, they lean back on their tails and kick the fuck out of each other. I've seen them, like, box, too, and their legs, like, what is it? They have... Oh, I know I read statistics sometime, but, like, their kicking power is enough to, like, break a door off a car or something. Like, that kicking power could break bones without any trouble at all. Like, God. Don't mess with a kangaroo. A buck. God. No thank you. And they drown dogs, don't they? That's another thing. If you have a dog near one, and it looks like it's petting it, they're probably trying to put it in a headlock so they can go take it to a river and drown it. Good chance you'll die with a full kick. Fingers crossed, so I don't have to like be dying on the ground, and it thinks I'm trying to give up, and I'm just trying to put myself out of my own misery. Also, let's try to figure out what this says. So, IOLU. Is there any message in this? Yes, there is, and I'm gonna... It's a bad message. I'm gonna screenshot this, and we're gonna put this on the main window. Save that. And we're gonna highlight it. So when you die in this case, sorry. We got the biggest crocs too. Gladly, I don't have to worry about crocs because I've never been to like Florida or anything like that, so I've never like worried about them. Still good chance to leave the buck at the river. Right? Fingers crossed, God. But then you have another problem to worry about, like, maybe you have to cross that river, so fight the kangaroo or get across. Maybe you push the kangaroo at the crocodile and use that as bait and run across the river, screaming at the top of your lungs. And hoping all the creatures in the trees don't hear you and get you. Anyways, yeet. I'm so sorry. We're gonna go back to Ginny. There we go. That is the only thing. I don't think there's any other text in there unless anyone can find anything else. It's like one of those crossword puzzles where you have... Crossword? No. It's like one of those word puzzles where you have to circle the words. But we don't have the key, so we just have to find our own. Ginny is the best. If I didn't have a profile picture I would happy with, we might use Ginny. I don't see any other text. I was hoping there might be like hidden words, but that's about it. I'm scared. What are you scared about? Oh, and he just falls into infinity. You suck, man! Oh, this one he's like a little messed up. Let's see. Oh, he's just like that kind of invisible Jimmy where you can see the back of his head. Okay, no more messed up text. You suck, man. Oh, super intense zoom in. Oh, it's crashed again. I want this guitar. I really want to keep it. But every time it comes, it's because the game's crashing. I haven't been finding like a way to keep it. Gotta figure out how to summon an epic flute dude if we decipher that message. Maybe if you say the words just right, it will summon the epic flute dude. Like, he'll come out of the text. The epic flute dude. I haven't seen that in a while. I love your intermission screen, so that is like the peak of my time in the chat. Like, I can't wait to spam the emotes. But also, hanging around is also super good. But like, Flute Man's pretty awesome. It's all pretty peak. But if I had to choose a favorite moment, I imagine after you've seen it a while, it might get old, but like the first time, I've only seen it like a handful of times, so Flute Man is very awesome. I forgot about him in the last like 2 days. Oh, you can't forget about Flute Man. Oh, we got a long Jimmy. Oh, it's just the FOV, or the horizontal, vertical stretchiness of the window is kind of messed up. Oh, this one, he's got a little smile. Let's see if we can get a good look at him.
You ain't worth a freaking dime.
He's like, it's a forced smile. When you force yourself to smile. This is when you don't want to take a picture, but someone forces you to anyway, so you pick the smile. His entire left side of his face is forcing the other side to smile. We gotta find the Saxman as well. Exactly! The Saxman too! Dude, all the good sound effects.
I'm hungry already.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take this picture. We're gonna put it
How can I be expected to survive on
right in the corner there. Now it's up there too. We got a little Jimmy.
Have to remember to tape that show. I doubt you could stop me.
And we're gonna reroll that one. I think this looks like the suck face one. The face sucking corruption. I gotta phrase myself carefully there. So I don't think we should pursue it. What you doing there, Jimmy? Got this case of the shakes? You having a good time in your bedroom?
If I took a couple of
Oh, no. Nope. My ear cannot take any more of that. Even for the corruption. These have been kind of cool, and I haven't really kept any of them. But like the rooms where everything's super like zoned out, it reminds me of like the Take On Me music video. Take On Me. What's the name of the song? Take On Me by... Aha. Also the Wii menu is all kind of messed up. But it looks all like hand-drawn. Cool looking. And this one had something going on. Oh, it's just another stretchy corruption. Well, these have been so much fun. Oh yeah, thank you. You beat me to the name. I'm gonna save this stockpile. Bully stockpile. This is our second stockpile for Bully. So we're gonna call it 3.11, just so I have version numbers in them. And I think we're gonna begin wrapping things up for tonight. Just because it's getting a little bit late for me, it's 2:30. But we're gonna switch scenes here, and we're gonna get ready to host someone, and we're gonna go over some nighttime stuff. So I'm gonna find some music to end things on. We're doing Dr. Mario earlier, which I'd like to do again, but we're gonna do some Starbound. Starbound's kind of easy to talk over. If I can actually pull up YouTube. Starbound OST. Let's do Europa. There we go. Anyways, goodbye to everyone on my screen. I'm gonna switch over to the other stream. Starbound, it has great music, awesome gameplay. I love so much about that game. Been awesome hanging out, Sparks. Glad to catch you. Dude, it was awesome for you to stop by. Like, I'm glad that you did. Also, thank you for the sub, man. I love that. You've such great support, dude. And to Count Vams, thank you for stopping by. Maxlight, thank you for the follow. I'm also gonna scroll through my chat. Pumpkin Pirate, you were hanging out. Thank you too. Thank you for hanging out, dude. Awesome stream before this. You're all so awesome, guys. Thank you, man. To each and every one of you. You make this a lot of fun, and I've been loving this as a hobby. So, thank you all. For streams, I'll probably be streaming some Stranger's Wrath tomorrow, and we'll do Corruptions the day after. I've been trying to do Corruptions every other day. I'm probably also being drowned out. Let me turn that down just a tad. But yeah, expect some Stranger's Wrath tomorrow, and Corruptions after that. We're gonna go find someone to host, which I think I spotted Wasabi streaming, so we're gonna switch over to him in just a moment. But yeah, thank you again to everyone. Get that text high emotes. And yeah, I stream usually around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock Central Time, so you'll see me around then. Yeah. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you once again for stopping by, and I'll see you tomorrow night.